Hey, you're not in character yet. Shut up. Okay, so last time on Bloodlords, you had traveled towards the town of Corpse Lights, where you had sought an audience with the Bloodlords. Bloodlords. It's weird to say because his name is. I should look it up. But with the local
Something
Bloodlord.
Blood Oath.
That guy.
Yeah, Blood Oath. Okay, Avram Blood Oath. Thank you very much. And yeah, so Corpse Lights you found was innovating in the farming of humans, and you were quickly sought out and invited by the Bloodlords. You had a brief discussion trying to deceive who you were, especially Yumai, when he invited you to have a test of metal, and you had a brawl between some of his vampire spawn. You were clearly victorious. You had proven your strength, and in return he gave you information on the location of Arantavia, the hag that you were sought out to kill. Afterwards you made a point to depart town and set off towards the woods. Let's start with you guys on the outskirts of the forest. What do you want to do?
Well, you know the way, correct, from here? How far do you know the way to go?
Not that far, really. I've only run into the woods from time to time to avoid hunters and things like that, but pursuers more.
Wait, Checo, can we have the map where we see the
Wait,
forest?
what?
Not that kind of pursuers.
Look to the top of the screen, Timu. Where it
It's to
says
get the
yeah,
map?
Indeed.
I thought that one was strong map. Oh my god.
No.
Now fucking app is lagging again. It's reloading halfway it works.
Yeah,
no.
so
Grey
Nope.
dirt is not grey dirt. It's the
right, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I'll fix
actually,
that for you, Jacko. Don't you worry about that. Don't worry, Jacko. I got it.
let me see if I can edit that actually.
I got it.
What are you doing here?
Oh no, this is the wrong one. Okay, I'm just looked for it.
I got it.
Is this your time to crossing things out?
Yeah, it'll get there. Don't you worry about it. I just go figure out how to change the color.
Wait, I can move this, I think.
I'm guessing we're like here.
No, what are you doing? I'm
Wait,
in the middle of doing it, man.
Like
So,
here.
oh yeah, so this works. Cool.
Why does it go behind it? No.
Oh, you moved the entire thing. Okay.
Yeah. That works, I guess.
Oh, that's
You
a lot
move
better.
this shit.
Wait, can you just move where the cottage is, so like right next to us, and then we don't need to travel so far?
Genius! Oh my god, you broke D&D.
Yeah.
Fucking have a hero.
But I can't select the black,
That's how
the scribbles
wormhole
anymore.
works, I think.
What? I can't select the scribbles. Did
Oh,
you
they're
move
gone on my
delay,
end.
Jacko? Oh, okay. Oh, whatever. Game.
Yeah, they're going mine as well.
Game stuff.
Yeah.
I think this is lagging. Like it took me a while to reload this thing. So
Everyone's so loud compared to Ian.
I will shout.
I don't know. I noticed Jacko was at 200% for some reason.
Which is a good thing,
Checo
because
was
I'm quite
pretty
good.
low voice. I think like last.
I think I
war.
might actually need to have it be at least 150.
So this, it can't go smaller than this, sadly, but yeah, this is kind of what it looks like.
A GoPro looks really big on this map now.
Wait, it's cool. Wait, cool.
This is a temporary solution, I think.
Is it all over this area?
What the fuck? I don't see
Where
corpse
are we?
lights. What the fuck?
Yeah, you guys are south
Reload
of Corpse
ambient.
Lights, on the edge
I
of the
just
map.
see it.
So we're like here or something?
Yeah, around there, exactly.
Okay, so my kind of like point at you because we got a map. So we're around here. That's normally where.
Oh, you don't actually have the map, like you were shown a map with the
we
blood
do
lord.
have a map, Geb.
Did you
Do
push
we?
it?
I thought I was sure we had a map before we talked.
No,
about
no,
the
you-
map, Geb.
Not normally. Like, maps are like still relatively
Okay.
expensive.
Probably.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, in ancient time, maps will be really fucking.
Yeah, but like how expensive are they back by TV?
Well, regardless, we didn't buy one, so it's
Yeah, we didn't.
no matter how much.
So a survey map is like 50 gold, but it's of of the.
Then
An
gold
atlas
for
of 50
silver.
gold, Jacko, relax. We don't need a whole atlas of the world.
Yeah, it's just 10
Oh,
gold for like a.
Yeah. So it's expensive enough that I'll say that if you wanted to have purchase a map, someone can like just detract 10 gold off their sheet. That's fine by me.
Fuck that.
Because
Who needs a map?
I definitely don't have the gold to subtract, so.
Oscar definitely would buy a
I
map.
wouldn't buy it. Okay, so
so you don't have a map.
Excellent.
from what we know, because we still would have like measured things, like seen how far in it was.
Yeah.
So from here it was around 70-ish miles to the cottage, right?
Something
I
like
know
that.
the way about maybe a mile into the forest.
And why did we choose this again and didn't take the river and go north from there?
Because it's like
Why would
5
that be
times further.
easier?
Yeah, but from there it would be a lot easier to figure out since the river had a really nice turn around the point when we are supposed to head north towards the cottage.
It's
Straight
a lot
north.
longer.
It's a lot longer, but it is also more direct.
I'm sure
It
we'll
is the
find our
opposite
way.
of more direct. It may be faster, but it is not direct.
Well, okay, well, it is safer as I believe none of us are that skilled in navigating the forest.
I do not wish to spend longer than necessary here.
Yeah. Alright, well, if we get lost, it's gonna be a lot longer.
Then
But I
don't
suppose
get lost.
if we head to some direction, we eventually get out of the forest. If we do
No
have-
matter how lost we get, we can always just head south, and that would be your plan, regardless.
Or in whatever direction that we'll think is south, and then I might start moving into the forest in the direction that.
We cannot figure out south. I do not know what good going the river gives, if we do not even know that.
Well, from the angle of the
I
river,
meant
we...
in the forest. It's kind of surrounded by like a mist. And
Yes.
it's hard to
By
see
a
the sky
mist.
sometimes.
Yeah, with the river, we could figure out what's north is based on how the river's angles are. That's.
Do we know the river angles about a map? Like, we don't have a map, right? You think we
Well,
remember
we
that?
actually saw the map, like, and we were like,
You know,
but we
you
saw the
know
map.
where the river is.
Yeah.
Do we know that this
What
exact
direction?
corner it's north there to get to the cottage? I don't know. I think we're saying that, but we're looking at a map right now.
that would entail some survival,
That would be like that would be a lot of survival to figure that out without a map and other tools, cartography tools.
But alright, let us head in and hopefully we don't get too lost.
Stroll into the woods. It looks nice.
Yeah, so you strolled in a while ago, I think, and the others follow. Yeah, so you head into the woods. You find yourself facing a stark contrast to the open plains of Gap that you've been walking through so far. There's massive trees in front of you, like almost hugging each other, and you do see like along the ground is this greenish mist floating, making it hard to see very far beyond. You are the most familiar with this environment. You know that it is a lot easier, as a smaller fox to navigate. The trees. There are paths there. There are humanoid beings in the woods, but sometimes they're hard to find. Anyone who wishes to try and as you try and find the direction that you want to go in, roll me a survival check.
Okay, who has the highest survival? I have plus
I have-
1.
I have +2.
What survival? Which one's that?
Wisdom.
I have +4. Sweet.
Okay, go on. I'll
I talked to the CS at school. How adept are you at directions?
I'm not sure, but this is definitely not my home field. The city feels more comfortable.
Should have invested into a home. With that, I could learn any skill at any time. Oh well. My weapon is a lot more powerful.
I will find a way. Which
Excellent.
is it blind or?
Let me double check actually. Is
You could in the morning.
Must be right. It's like the definition of what should be.
yeah,
secret.
it
It's
is.
like
It is
how good you
blind.
are with
Exactly.
direction.
You
It is
could
the
in the morning
sense-
give him skill to make him.
Well, it's
Good
you
survival.
can you can do a couple things. You can sense direction,
but I
which is
don't.
like the general, try and find out look where you are in relation to your surroundings. You can also try and track to see if you.
I'm not tracking. I know I'm roughly meant to go southeast. Also, gonna like southeast roughly.
Okay, it is a secret check, so please.
Yeah, I did.
Can we have like just tokens on the map so we can add in which exploration ability?
Oh,
we're doing?
yeah, that's a good idea.
Is there? I guess there isn't a survive like I guess it would be search. I don't know, scout. I don't know what would be the most like I'm finding our way.
There is. I don't think there is one for that.
No.
Scout and search make the most sense.
Yeah, but finding a way for the four, like being
There's track, which is like I don't know.
being the Pathfinder, is not actually a
No, that's not what I'm saying.
An
Yeah,
activity.
activity.
You just kind of do it.
I guess
Crow is
I'll be-
So-
definitely investigating.
Okay, I'm just gonna move
I don't
myself
think
out
I'm
of the way.
searching. That's like hazards and shit, right? I guess scout is most similar to what I'm doing. No, you scout ahead and behind looking for danger? Fucking
Yeah, I
know it
think
works.
search is probably what you're doing.
Yeah,
You're
I
searching the
guess.
way.
I guess search.
Oh, I have
Well,
two.
tracking
One
is
scout.
not necessarily like you're tracking footsteps or whatever. It's just finding the trail so that you go the direct way. So I
Sure,
think
I mean, it's also more realistic than search. Right?
Oh, you're
right?
doing
It's
that.
like a survival shit, right?
I guess I'll do search.
I am tracking the southwest direction. Southeast. Sorry, not southwest.
yeah. So Austin, you are most in tune with your surroundings. So you take the lead. You quickly figure out that
Got small layout now.
How did you make yourself so small?
I'm a family expert.
That's all you
so
Right.
did.
cute.
Cute.
Yeah. So normally, like this tracking without should stop it, please.
It's like...
It's like half the forest size.
I'll make myself normal size. Sorry, Jacko.
So-
Sorry.
Okay, I found how you did it. Okay.
No, sorry, Jacko, we're thinking, sorry, continue.
All right, everybody. I'm gonna take away your rights if you don't.
Yeah, no, I'm a trusted player,
You're gonna go. You're gonna go to detention soon. Okay. Yeah. So you use your surroundings. You clearly figure out that this forest is harder than you initially thought. Like these trees seem to be somewhat treacherous. You find a narrow path leading between the branches, covered in black mold. The trees are hanging from the sides, like hanging like broken limbs, like these dead branches. Makes you having to stop a lot along the way to clear the way. Almost immediately after you enter the woods, all the lights from above is blocked by the thick canopy of dark leaves above you, leaving the forest floor cloaked in a deep shadow. The ground is covered. You can pierce through this thin green mist, and the ground is covered by a mat of thick and moist fallen leaves. And sometimes, when you're sure that you're on the path, your foot just sinks deep, to your ankle, having to pull it out again. And with every step, you can feel and see centipedes, beetles, and other vermin scurrying from underneath your foot. And you can hear an eternal wind gusting, blowing hanging moss that is draping from the trees, and in the distance you hear a hollow moaning.
It's a nice place. Okay. I don't think Ostrom's ever been in a forest, so for him this is what forests are. So he's not really perturbed by much of this. It's since it's
Checks
like
out.
it's a normal country. Yeah, this is what I thought would like.
This certainly is a forest. This is how it is everywhere in my...
In the forest, from the place I've been, yes.
Oh, wonderful. a haunted fairy forest. Add that on the list of places I have not. That goes to a list of the few places I have not been to.
Well, now you have.
Yes, and apparently my goal is to kill the witch in country, witch who holds quite a lot of power here. Wonderful.
Yeah,
Good,
you.
good that you're looking at the bright side. Like, keep walking.
Let's see.
Keep
Okay,
an
so
eye
you
out.
travel for a couple of hours. Like the travel is slow, and sometimes you have to backtrack because you find yourself in like a localized swamp, or some one time like the passage immediately stops and there's like this clearing with a hill that you have to go around. There's a lot of blockades, but you do think you're making progress.
Good.
Okay, give me one more survival check.
Of course.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, you almost on accident as you found a good path that you can actually follow for the past like 20 minutes to half an hour. It's hard to like measure time without the light of the moon. When you this mat of leaves, damp and wet, leaves a clear sign that this path has been used by others. You can find imprints of 2 pairs of feet that seem, you're not sure. Like time is weird for you at the best of times, but it seems pretty recent.
Yeah, when I mention it, I'll be like, others have walked this path. I see 2 sets of footprints.
Recognize what kind of creature? Actually, would it be survival or would it be like knowledge of some like creatures? Or would it be a knowledge roll to try to recognize like creatures by the footprints?
I think you can do both with slightly different information and DCs.
Okay, Crow would then like try to investigate what kind of creatures these are.
As part of when I notice some Jacko, do I see like, is it like, I mean, I'm not being specific, but like 2 feet kind of thing, or like
They do seem bipedal, yes.
bipedal? Sure. They seem fresh enough for this place.
Footprints do disappear quite quickly in forests like this.
Okay,
We
Crow.
wish
Yeah, you
before.
sorry, you as you ask this also, and Crow, you kneel down and you give a good look at the tracks that Austin pointed out, and it is interesting. Yeah, there's definitely 2 pairs of footprints. They appear to be heavy greaves almost, like for example, Mai when she's in her a larger form that she leaves behind, but like Crow is very experienced in the different body types that walk this world. You can figure out that these individuals are quite short, heavy set. Their greaves go deep, but the size of shoe is quite small. And what you can also figure out next to the greaves is almost what you at first think is like what would be the equivalent of a thin greave in the ground, like a thin track that someone like cut through. These individuals are like dragging something very sharp along with them, like along the ground. It is hard with just this to pinpoint exactly what they are, but you figure out they're intelligent creatures with a weird shit.
Well, at least they seem to be somewhat intelligent creatures. Smaller, sturdier, so under normal circumstances, I could assume a 12 or something like that, but probably not in this forest. Maybe perhaps a sturdier fey of some kind. But they are dragging something sharp with them, so we should be careful of that.
Do we
Nevertheless,
wish to follow?
I believe following them could lead us to some kind of settlement or something, or anything that would help us. Unless you believe we are heading the right way and we can just ignore these tracks and go further.
I believe I'm heading the right way, right? Like,
Yeah, vaguely at least.
are these heading in like a different, like very different direction? And it might be hard to tell, like if I try following like a few meters or something, you know, roughly, like, you know, I mean, yeah, like.
No, but they seem to be using the same path that you are currently on. So
Even if we did not wish to follow them, I would still take us this way, at least for now.
Very well, let us follow them then, and let's just be careful.
Okay. So I guess, yeah, I mean, I follow the same. It is kind of like a path you said, right? The one I found, right? It was a
yeah, it's like a small dirt path. It's small enough and narrow enough that you can't walk together like shoulder to shoulder. You have to go one at a time. When Ocean is busy like looking for more tracks. When you like look over them, obviously you're taller than a skeleton in front of you, and you do actually see that ahead of you is a like the beginnings of some sort of clearing. And yeah, your sharp fox ears twitch, and you do actually hear someone speaking.
Yes. In like just in the distance, or like towards us?
In the distance, like it's far enough that you can't make anything out right now.
Yeah, I tap Ostian on the shoulder and say,
What?
there seems to be someone ahead. I hear talking. Within
Cock my skull in that direction.
Crow would
Right.
also turn his ear in that direction.
Do I hear anything?
Yeah, make me a perception check.
I will change from the tracking extraction action to the defend with the shield. Yes.
Okay.
We repeat a spell or whatever.
Yeah, I try to be as quiet as possible. All your casting is completely non-verbal, right? Beautiful.
Correct, yes.
It
still would have like visual manifestations, if they can see and stuff.
Gotcha. Yeah, so Crow, you're a bit at the at the butt of the pack, so it's hard for you to hear much. Also, yeah, when it's pointed out, you definitely hear two voices. It's still quiet. It's still like at least 100 feet out, so it's hard to hear much. But yeah, that seems to be casual dialogue. Like definitely not like low enough that you think that they're like trying to be quiet.
I hear both of them now. They are chatting.
Well, let's join them and see if they can lead the way towards.
Perhaps we would first want to see them from distance and what kind of creatures they are, so we know.
Sounds like my job. My turns into a fox. I guess.
Why could I hide in as well? But that works.
Yeah, my snark goes into bit of a rougher part of would be rougher, but in a fox form it would be pretty simple.
Yeah,
anyway.
so as your form shifts to like the smaller fox form, your little feet definitely leave less of an imprint on the leaves, and almost like less on the snow. You can move faster this way.
Yes. So I will, because I have a token, I can straight up do it.
Whoa, it's a small now.
Yes. Can even do that. And then I'll do a bit of a stealth check, I guess.
Yeah,
Yes,
sort of
sneak.
avoiding notice.
Yes, of course, you're avoiding notice activity. Yes.
Okay.
Closer.
Wait, let me double check. Where is it on the sheet again?
How much is your
Okay.
stealth modifier nowadays?
It's still 10.
Still
Okay,
plus
so
10, yeah.
then, okay, I actually have higher than that nowadays.
Okay, yeah, you dug between the various like thick roots and you know bushes and find a relatively stealthy spot that still has like a view of this small clearing that you can clearly see now, and you do see that the path continues on, but on the path are two figures standing there. They are small, like Crow indicated. They appear to be, yeah, you can see their faces as they're turned towards each other. They're facing the direction that you guys come from, and you can see that they are, at first glance, they seem small old men, basically. They have
No.
crooked, they have
Not that kind of
crooked teeth, long beards, heavy shoes. Most of their body is covered by this dark blue overcoat, and they do have a red hat that ends in a point. And yeah, they're leaning on, they're
arc
casually
of those guys.
leaning on the side, each of them.
Gotta be
Let me
after this, right, Jacko? Gotta be
See if I can give you some arts.
They really sound like what in Sweden would be a gnome.
Yeah, they sound like what
I
we
mean,
do.
fake creatures are based on a lot of fairy tales, right?
Yeah. Finally,
Can I do
a
like
mythical
this?
creature that isn't just a troll in English.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. But
Oh, do you see the
the
names?
faces make them a little less.
Yeah, there's a lot less friendly with those faces on their belts.
Yeah, they seem to be having a conversation.
Do I recognize these creatures? Can I make some kind of check?
Yeah, you can try. Give me a nature, or unless you have a specific lore.
No.
Those guys are fucked up. I had a little question for you, Jacko, by the way. Which one this was?
They seem like tiny people, I'm guessing.
Yeah, you're not sure. Like you know some of the creatures that dwell within these woods, but they don't seem familiar to you. They definitely have some weirdness to them that you would describe be akin to Fae, but other than that.
Okay,
Sorry,
yeah,
you have a question?
my
Yeah, this goes.
turns around and sneaks back to the party.
Okay.
Whoa.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
I will say just before. You are close enough that you can like try and listen in on conversation. It would require a perception check, but
Okay, yeah, if I was that close, I'll try to listen in at least so I can know if they speak my language or not. You know, speaking a language that.
Oh well. Yeah, you.
That's
You
either
definitely.
a bad or why or.
I mean, you need to.
Yeah, your
My fox eyes.
ears twitch forward, and yeah, you hear them conversing. One of them says, "Marco, how much longer we got to be out here?" The other says, the slightly taller one just gives him a look and says, "No, no. You remember what the lady told us? I don't want to see you again," she said. "Believe you got 6 heads each. Now, how many heads you've got?" You can see the smaller one bending to his waist and counting like the severed heads that are dangling from their
I got
belts.
so many hits. I got 2.
And you see 1, 2, 3. But you got 5. How'd you get 5 and I's only got 3? The taller one replies with, well, no, I'm smarter than you are, see. While you're keeping them busy, I come up behind them and off with their head. And Roll we now know the smaller one kicks the ground with like an arm in tow. Says, "But Marco, that don't seem right. You help me get 3 more, won't ya?" He gets his shoulder clapped. "Course I will, ain't we mates? You can have their heads, and I get what's in their pockets." The smaller one says, "Oh, Marco, you got such true heart, you do."
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Would they speak in common?
They are, yeah.
I'm gonna go to Beth.
Yeah, my at this point, turns away and moves back to the party. You really made them sound like very morbid, like fucking like story tale.
Nice, that was the impression I was going for.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some slightly torn, but like with a fey twist, maybe. But these guys do like have way torn.
Yeah, fair, like fairy tale.
Yeah. Those are really fucking weird things. What the fuck?
I don't know what they like. I'm actually they have gotta have some fucking weird name, I suppose, because like the only thing I can think of when I look at them is some kind of like it's like a gnome, but I can't figure out what else they would.
I mean, it's probably some It might be a twisting of like a Swedish name or whatever, like whatever creature that like actual like fairy tale that's based on.
Wait, where do I find the art of them again? Torn red cloth? No. Or
Like-
is it just a thing you put up and I can't find it?
Yeah, the problem with this, I can't put it in your journal for some reason. I can.
That's strange.
So here's the art, and then I show players, but nothing pops up from it.
That's weird. You can't like click it in the handouts and like click change.
Oh, it's actually
ownership.
called Roland.
They changed the way for the new book how the journal works. Like now it's all in one like art gallery thing.
Oh, okay, weird.
But maybe from here I can try. Let me see.
I did find the art gallery, but I can't find the. I can't find them after, like looking in the art gallery, either on the monsters nor NPCs.
Did you come back? Sorry, did I mean? Or were we...
Yeah.
So
my search returning.
My comes back.
Well, what
are we dealing with?
What
We are dealing with Varco and Ronaldo.
Ronaldo. Not
Ronaldo.
Ronaldo.
Because it's not Ronaldo. It's a Ronaldo without the G in the end.
Well, it's missing a lot from Ronaldo. It's Ronaldo. It's missing Ronaldo.
It's the handout, like top left corner of the handout.
I fucking closed the hand.
You closed the handout.
Rolno. Yeah. They're. I don't know. They're humanoids, but they look kind of fey. I'm not really sure what they are, but they they have big scythes. And they seem to be collecting head for some lady. I don't know who. Though.
That
some
sounds
she.
like. Well, that's probably Arentavia. That would be my first person. Right?
Pretty sure there's a lot of females in the forest.
Perhaps. They're collecting heads. Any particular kind, aka should we approach them? Should we approach them stealthily, or should we not?
They all looked very fleshy, so I'm pretty sure they would
see.
want both mine and yours.
Why
They're all
don't you
humanoid, so maybe not mine. I'm not sure.
Well, you right now look very much like a human.
When in the forest, mine
okay.
would have been.
Okay.
Why don't we just kill them?
That seems to be the way. That would be the easy choice. Perhaps we approach stealthily, and since they seem to be still unaware of us, I too am quite capable of hiding.
How far from like the tree line where where it would be possible to hide to where they are? Is it? Like how deep into the clearing are they?
They were about like 15 feet, not that far actually. You could get a pretty detailed look on them.
I can't imagine there are any like really big clearings in the middle of the forest.
But as you look back, just thinking on it, you do actually hear more movements. The low dialogue already stopped when you were returning to your party, but now you can hear some branches being moved and the heavy crunching of feet.
Towards us?
Hard to say.
Perhaps we should hide right
takes
now.
out her sword.
I believe we should perhaps hide now.
Cannot hide. My bones make too much noise.
Follow my example. Because you can always follow the crow's lead. You can always follow the expert.
He does have bonus to follow expert and stuff.
Okay, fine. Show me what to do.
Okay.
I suppose
let's
my
check
will.
what the
But we will attack them soon, yes.
Yeah, as soon as we.
How much
Okay.
bonus do you have for
As soon
expert?
as soon as Crow says we will attack them soon, Ocean will actually start casting a spell on himself.
Okay.
Let's
Yeah.
see.
I will cast terrorism, Jacko.
When they follow
Myself.
my expert, they get circumstance bonus of 1.
Yeah, but there's
Let me-
another
let-
bonus.
Let me actually put you on a specific map.
You grant them.
It's fine. I cast terrorism, right? That's fine.
Yeah, Paragon
Yeah, you
benefit
could.
is what you
Could
have,
for
right?
sure. Yeah.
I am. Yeah, I know. I'm not Paragon. I'm not Initiate. Paragon's like level 14 or something.
Oh, okay, never mind.
You have expert and stuff.
I am just trained.
But they have. You can do.
Initiate benefit of my regalia allows them you to follow my expert, even if I am just trained in a skill.
Yeah. But what I mean is, like, how much points do I actually get?
You get +1, and then I guess your level, because +1 circumstance from me and your level, of course, because you're.
So I would have.
Do I lose my actual stat bonus, or do I get that as well?
Do you
Follow the
get that when you
experts.
follow the experts?
I think that's the only thing you get, right?
No, it says when you follow. Thanks to it says you can add your level efficiency bonus even if you're untrained. So I think I still get my dex or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
that
add
makes sense.
your.
So just basically I count as trained and a little bit better for it, I guess, right?
Yeah, that means I would have +16.
You count
in my
that
Fox
trained
form.
-1, I think.
Sure.
You only get
Yeah.
circumstance minus
You don't
1.
get 2 plus your level.
So you have like +10 or whatever. You have dex 18.
You still have 18 dex.
I don't know.
What?
Actually, no, you probably have 16 or 14.
I have 14 dex.
Yeah, I mean, you have still a +8. Like, +8 is pretty good.
That's true.
I
that's
have
true.
plus. In my Fox form, I would have +16.
Oh, okay. I'm just gonna manually roll it, I guess, and then you can change my initiative to that, Jacko, or like my stealth rule or whatever. But I'm gonna do it
Sure.
blindly.
Yeah. Is this map loading for you guys, by the way?
No, it's up on 98%.
Yeah.
It's only for me.
Maybe.
It's loaded for me.
So I guess we plan to roll stealth, I guess, for this.
Yep.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
so you
so
quickly
like, is
try to
this
get
the
off the
road? I'm
path.
guessing, Jacko.
Yeah, that's the path
the-
exactly,
the
and then the
winding
clearing is
road,
up there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
In that
So I guess.
case, it would make sense to.
Okay. Yeah. So
Which
refreshing words.
is the path? Yeah, which is the path? The path
So-
Like this. Like it
This is
does
the biggest path. Like you do see like openings, but this is like the big path you don't follow.
Do we have Crow's light on? But there's no fucking way we can hide with a big light on.
Wait,
right?
Crow doesn't have light. Crow is just in darkness.
What? But you have the light on your token still.
Oh, that's just because the token sometimes has the light and sometimes doesn't because of gold paste. The torch isn't on by default. I'll specify.
I swear you always have the light on your token like every time.
It
Might
is
be the
on
wrong,
for
copy
like
token.
because we I think I would disable it once, but then like when Chaco copied tokens, it had the old settings, etc., etc. I'm gonna put it in my backup holding or something. So.
Yeah. Do you want us to make stealth checks now as well?
Yeah, for sure. So
I guess-
I
I
should
guess-
have a +6 on this, so 6 more than I
We're
rolled.
all doing the follow the expert excavation activity. Make sure to keep it so.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's other than me, right?
Yeah, you're doing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
you are
rolling
the expert.
You're
Yeah,
going to notice.
Yeah, I'm going to know this.
Oh, but dude, Heaven gives me a +1 status bonus to this. Let's go. Easy. Alright. Blind during slash RD20 plus 5. Is your level +1 from you, and then plus my dex.
Yeah.
Then plus an extra 1 from heroism. Okay.
So +9.
Yeah.
Only 2 less than me.
If you want me to use it for initiative.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So Crow, you take the lead in finding a quickly, scrambling for spots. You found a large brush
I'm
that is.
I'm on the same spot as Ostia.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you find a large brush that is like has these fruits growing from it
Ooh.
that are quite
nice.
large, but seem to be rotten on the exterior.
Even better.
But it does provide almost like a wall where you can peek out from, and you do hear quite clearly now 2 heavy footfalls coming in your direction. So I'll toggle them, toggle their visibility, and then I think we can roll for initiative because you might want to start acting.
Do we not just abuse our stealth rules for the initiative then? That's how it works. right?
Yes, for sure.
Okay, cool. So you can just add us all
So-
manually.
Yeah,
wouldn't
add
my-
up and-
Wait, mine is small. Oh yeah, you're hiding a small. Okay. How fast do you transform back? Like a fun action?
One action.
Okay. reasonable.
Can you? But then, yeah, okay, yeah. I guess you
Crow
still
would
need
have
more
his gun
weapons
out.
and stuff.
Oh yeah, nowadays Crow would by default have his gun out, I guess.
So Ostian,
Past he didn't, but now he would because his gun is just a much better weapon.
Oh, 21. That's not the worst. Not the best. Not the worst.
Let's see what I roll in my plus 16.
Whatever.
I guess in the push roll initiative, and then you had the power.
I should
Roll
have
a
taken that.
24. So sad.
Y'all did really well, all things considered.
Mm.
And then these guys roll perception.
That's what they roll better anyway.
And they
They
both-
they notice us anyway. What a waste.
You know, the plan was good. You do have some circumstance bonus, I think.
Oh,
Just
let's
part of
let's
this.
go for stats.
The last
With
one I
the
gave was
distance.
already.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay. 60 feet away. There's no way that's like 10, yeah.
Ah, there's no fucking.
Okay, so I'll begin the encounter. Yeah, so as you guys like
Well,
rush
reach
into
right
this
away, right?
into this brush,
Mm.
not even now.
Unless I don't hear music. Okay, track
I hear music.
Again,
Combat 1 just started.
Yes, mine was mocking earlier to restart. Rono and Monko, these.
Yeah, so as you guys rush into this brush, Ostion, like your hip bone gets caught.
I knew
like,
the bones would
like
make too much noise.
in a dead branch. You can hear the clacking, and yeah, the you just wince, Crow, as you hear this, and you immediately hear in the distance. Did you hear that?
No.
I mean, if you
And-
show them Austin, they don't like, you know, they don't like, Austin doesn't have a head today, so.
Yeah, there's no.
I've got plenty of spare
interest
ones,
in it
so.
at all.
There gotta be some
Is this,
difficult
is it,
terrain.
yeah, what is difficult terrain in Jack, by the way?
Yeah, so off the path, it is always normal difficult terrain and sometimes greater difficult terrain.
And off the path, it's like, I still can't tell. Anything which doesn't have a tree on it is path. Is that how it works?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
And can we have a grid on this? That would make like a lot easier to like
Oh, there's
figure
no
out
grid.
where-
You're right. Yeah. Let's see grids.
He was on a hexagon grid, but just for shits and
No.
giggles.
Wait, there should be a grid. It's enables.
We're not pounds or hex.
Your path. Capacity maybe isn't working or something. I don't know.
So now it's gridless,
Yeah.
and now
Okay,
let me
can
go
confirm.
back to grid. Square. Save changes.
Still no grid.
I think
Or
there's
is
a
it just
grid,
very well
but-
hidden?
I
Yeah,
guess
just
grid-
very hidden, Jack. Can you
Yeah,
change your
there's
opacity or
grid,
something
but
a bit?
Yeah, the opposite is really low.
Let's see.
Oh yeah, I can see it now.
Grid
When I
opacity,
zoom
there
in
we
real
go.
fucking close.
Yeah.
So there we go. Should be more visible now.
Not
I
really.
don't think it changed. Did it change for you?
Oh, it changed for me, yeah, but not on my.
Let me
other
reload the
one.
application, see if that works.
Monko? Family Monko? Ah, whatever. We can do without a grid. Who cares? I can draw on the grid if you like.
Please, anything but that.
Ah, I see the grid after every fetch. Sure.
Now it's not loading. Oh, nice.
Don't worry. You can do that, John Jacob. Doesn't matter. They go first anyway, Monko. We're gonna be dead anyway.
Yeah, so you
Okay,
see.
now it works.
This is, yeah, you see one of them walk a little bit in your direction, peer down, and he just starts cackling with glee as he looks behind him. Let's see. Da-da-da. Yeah, he cackles with glee, he looks behind him and yells out, "Hey, Marco, I appear to have found some more intelligent creatures we can harvest." As he starts running. Let's see.
That didn't point out action though, right?
He didn't point.
What?
So he starts wading through the thick canopy with his scythe, so he can only get
Slowpoke.
50. So that's. Oh, but they are quite fast. Jesus Christ.
What? Slowpokes.
But it's
this
like not
is
like how much is this?
With the difficult terrain, surely he can't two action himself.
Maybe they have sudden charge, Marco.
yeah.
Maybe they
With
avoid
2
you.
actions, they get here. They almost like barrel through with the scythe. And
Jesus, he must be fast.
let's see, Crow, you
It's a
definitely
fox.
would be the first
Look at that
target.
skull. Looks so nice.
I'm just
So-
a pet. How would they know?
Yeah, I'm just a skeleton. I'm fucking the minion. You know, don't worry.
Yeah.
That's the only one with a real head.
Yeah.
Okay. You
Great.
don't have any bonuses to AC, right?
I
Mocha?
don't think
That you normally don't have? Because it's a
Right.
perfect hit right now.
Oh, hit. Oh, okay. Ah, that's fine.
Yeah, I don't know. No special bonuses. I'm sure.
Alright. Oof, yeah, so he like almost like American football charges at you, and then as he gets to you, he just like swings with the scythe, and a large blood streak appears on your chest, so you take 14 slashing damage
Okay.
as he's still cackling.
We see you. We see you.
Marco runs after. Now wait a minute, save some for me. Runs over here.
I'm just a
Barrels
fox.
It-
I'm not an
it's just-
intelligent creature.
It is just a fox. Fox is not intelligent? What?
Oh, you're hiding.
Um,
You're enough intelligent to hide.
Well, I mean, I'd be hiding too if I was an animal and a guy was like that.
You don't think animals hide? Like,
No, you know,
Actually-
I don't.
Yeah, no, you're right. He does spot the fox, but doesn't seem to care much about it.
Oh, I
And
flanked
you
with
as well,
him.
Crow.
Excellent, excellent.
So there we go. Oof. Okay, not a crit.
Nice.
Or
Could have been worse. Could have been worse.
another 16 slashing damage.
Bro is taking a beating.
Ooh, bad injury.
Yeah, and now they're both mad with glee. Off with their heads! Off with their heads! That is your turn.
Crow will delay.
All right.
my
Why is drained one? Monka? Is it maybe why still drained one?
go over here.
I guess so.
You
Right?
definitely should.
I don't know.
No,
if
you
we
guys
have-
rested, right?
We did. Yeah, we did. Yeah,
I think you guys rested in time.
Yeah, we
I
rested.
rested once, but
Yeah.
You were
I was
doing
trying
two,
to-
right?
Oh, you were
So I
doing
still
two?
drink.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
Then my turns back to normal.
Mm-hmm.
And then I want to.
Do you have your weapon out when you go back? How does it work with like held items?
I did say I drew it before I turned into a fox, but I don't know how that would work.
I mean, you keep your
I'm not sure how it
gears.
works. I'll say it should change back into the state that you were in before changing, right? So
Okay.
I think you could
Yeah,
like,
makes
yeah,
sense.
transform back with your weapon in it.
Very well. Then I'll give this man slash.
It's man.
A
Ooh,
critical.
wow.
Nice. Oh, the flat-footed, baby.
Yeah.
For
Like suddenly-
26 slashing damage.
This fox is transformed into a slightly bigger fox, and with a great or like a bastard sword out, just cleaves through the back, and it yelps out in pain. Let me double check.
Yeah, and I have ghost strike, so it doesn't do anything. But I do have cold iron, so they're.
You do have cold iron, yeah.
You weren't two-handing it though. I'm sure you weren't two.
No, I weren't two-handing it.
So
Not the music.
yeah, you see
Battles me.
the wound leaves behind a like a darkness that is. Yeah, you definitely see that the cold iron is having an effect on them.
Yeah, my
Easy,
track isn't working for me.
What is that say?
Yeah, my.
It's working
Yeah,
for me. I mean, you should
my-
fuck. I mean, I think we just should accept this kind of fucking session. Like, if it doesn't work, we
Yeah,
just
no-
do it fresh, right? There's nothing Jack we can do. I don't think. So it's like.
Yeah, no, my track is working for me. I can maybe like do this and then where the hype tracks might just be started. Because
Yeah,
you're
it
not?
works for me, but I think for those it's not. You just have to refresh. Like,
Yeah,
there's
it's
nothing
just
Jacko
0,
can
0,
do.
0, 0, 0, 0. Yeah, it's just
Alright.
stupid. Well, that's
Anything else? That was your turn. Okay,
Yeah, it's all
Ossian.
Okay.
I'd like
Crow,
them to be smooth, but
Crow would actually attend the initiative here. Makes sense to do it. To help Ostian position as well. Okay, so Crow opens up with on the badly injured one and does exploit vulnerability on them.
Okay, yeah, now that they're in the flesh, before you try and study them.
Okay, there's actually no song now apparently for me.
Yeah.
it's same for
It's
me.
just
Control
you,
track
yeah,
0,
yeah,
0,
yeah.
0.
Okay.
It's just dumb. Just put on some music on the background for yourself if you really want music.
Okay.
22.
Check. I should have it stable. All at all times.
It needs to be a little classic table.
Okay. Yeah, you know, especially with the time you've thought about the possibilities of what could cause these tracks, you quickly in a split second figure out them to be redcaps. Redcaps are fey creatures. They are typically only 3 feet tall, hunched frames, pointed ears, crooked teeth, and long, white, tangled hair and beards. They are sadistic and thrill in murder and bloodletting. While they are most famous for appearing as, wise and bearded men, that the women are also no less fearsome or cruel. And they are famous in the fairy tales of how the redcaps draw power from dipping the hands that they wear in fresh blood. And that's... Yeah, that they are, because they're the fey creatures, they are weak to cold iron. Do you know anything else? I think that's about the extent that you know, yeah.
Okay. And no resistances of that I know of. Oh, but that can be bypassed, I guess.
You get resistance as well?
I get resistances that can be bypassed, specifically.
Right, okay. Yeah, no resistance that you know of.
Okay. In that case, Crow will not really any extra information about party. And he will move...
Oh, sorry, there is one more thing. 2 more things you know, actually. 2 more abilities that are quite famous. They are similar to vampires. They do have some amount of rejuvenation because of their connection to the Fae. So, it will be similar to vampires, like every round they heal, for example. You don't know a direct counter to that unless they're destroyed. And also, because of their murderous nature and the way that they ensnare victims, that they have a revulsion for divinity, specifically good deities. So
That's
if you were to have a physical or magical emanation of a good deity, then they would have
Walker.
problems with that.
Boy,
They see Walker float out of the bushes and
Yeah. And you see immediately see Maya run away as well because
good damage!
she can't handle good deities either.
Okay, Crow up. They are capable of regenerating. And Walker will be excellent against them. Oh well.
single
And
player.
Fortunate. Let's see. So going like here would be. I'm trying to think like where would be the best spot so I don't get cover, but I would be nicely behind.
I'm just down here. Oh, you're behind my.
Yeah. This is difficult terrain. This 5 feet here, right?
Getting out of that is fine. Yeah, the next one isn't, but yeah, that one still is.
Okay, so I can move like 20 feet to here, which is not good enough. Okay, so that would be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was trying to back them way.
Crow walks here, strikes there, and then he aims at the badly injured one. Of course, taking the cold iron into his gun.
Yeah, I'll say
Oh,
my
God.
baby!
Another crit.
Easy.
Jesus
Crow
Christ!
is
All right.
like, as soon as he got this dragon gun, he knows what he's
Oh
doing. He's
wait.
gonna-
I have divine, the divine thing. Like divine ally sword. Doesn't that give me the specialized, like the critical specialization?
It
or-
does.
It does,
should
yeah.
actually be flat-footed. True.
Oh, we
Yeah.
didn't account for. I would have a crit spec last combat the whole time. I have also crit spec. I would have stunned
Oh.
the fuck out of those things. We
Ah, but now we're gonna do it all.
Now
the
you
fucking
get the
time.
stun.
Yeah, this
Yeah,
guy is
you
gonna be
see-
so stunned.
Still see the red cap like reeling from Mai's blow, and you just take advantage, blow him right in the face, roll me some damage.
You came in the wrong neighborhood.
Until the start of your next turn. Okay, so it's not.
Oh, the two
That
nat
roll,
ones.
but
Beautiful.
still stunned.
All right. So yeah, with the weakness still. Yeah, you see the bullet like strikes him in the mouth. You can see some teeth have been blown away, and with a mangled face, he's just staring at you. Anything else?
And yeah, no, that's reaction. But yeah, he does now have. He will be now stunned.
Doesn't he?
Stunned
He gets
one
to
as
save
well.
against it, right? Or no, you don't get to save.
Oh yeah, he will get stable against it. That's how it
I'm gonna
goes.
say,
gonna
it can't
say.
just be firearm you immediately. So
Yeah,
that'd be
it's
insane.
fine.
Afforded to save, I imagine, or
Yeah, against class.
Yeah,
you see.
probably.
What is the class DC?
Then
My
it's
first
easy.
I
is
imagine it's a
21.
success. Yeah, you rolled a
21?
24.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they should be multiple.
Yeah, so he shakes it off, but he's severely injured. Ostia.
Severely injured
And flat-footed.
and flat-footed. I will. Let's take all the debuffs if I can. I will give him a piercing gaze.
So he either
And
has.
try to do an intimidating.
I'm guessing he has
glare.
20 AC.
Nah, he's gonna get way less from about to critically frighten him as I stare him down.
Alright.
My
Is it
intimidation.
reflavor like Leon's disapproving glare?
Just the empty, empty.
The DC, because of my dread aura, the DC is one
Ooh,
lower.
let's
as well.
go.
Alright, synergy.
So
20.
I mean,
23.
the whole party can use the Dread Aura. It's very beneficial. Like, no matter like if someone fails, we can
That is
still
a
don't
success.
Nice.
Oh,
He's
nice.
frightened.
He's scared.
And then just for the hell of it, because I got all these focus points now, I'll just amp a telekinetic projectile. What's it called? I actually will. I haven't used the bone for a while. I'll telekinetic today. I'll like a bone at him, try to force him, back also. Hopefully on a
Shield 4. I'll use my. I'll invigorating fear. You see my take a deep breath as he.
Oh, look at the combo bombos!
How
The year
much?
was scared that the combat might be still too tough.
Yeah. What's the temp HP? Their level.
Oh, so it is.
3?
You gain 5.
5. Yeah. One more than selfish shield. Easy.
I mean, it does help when we keep critting. Like, we got the 3
Yeah.
crits so far. Like,
That's
that's
the
why. some
combats
people-
you guys have been rolling quickly.
No crit.
Okay, you
Yes.
do hits.
Sweet.
Oh, should be dead. Yeah,
Let's
with
fucking
second
imagine
order-
this guy like, I found some more heads immediately. It's fucking.
And it will also push it 5 feet away, Jacko. Because I know I
Okay,
guess it
yeah,
can
you
get
just
up, so I
blow it
also push
away.
it.
You want to describe how you murder this gnome in front of you?
So here, I think it's been a while since I wasn't using the hatchet. I actually just did like a pure bit of bone. I think I chose quite a big one because I kind of wanted to push it away and not get out of my face. So probably just like a big old side bone or something, just like wheeling around in the air, like slamming to him, almost like kicking motion, but without the foot at the bottom,
Just like
so just
straight
like
in the
swinging
chest?
around. Exactly, just like Sparta hanging back.
Yeah, just like gets blown.
Exactly, the multiple. Yep.
Yeah. You
Awesome.
see my like looking at.
That
I
is-
thought we had some questions for them.
There is another, and that is.
And they
my-
regenerate, so we can just beat the fuck out of them and then stop talking.
Didn't you say they
You guys-
regenerate unless destroyed though? I can't remember. I don't know.
Yeah,
That's what
so-
Jacko said to you, right?
Yeah, so when they are like downed, the regeneration ends.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it looks pretty dead, right?
They die.
Yeah,
when they're
yeah, like
killed,
he-
Okay, they
that's
still
like-
die.
like-
Okay, they don't
Yeah,
regenerate.
like his rib cage is like completely caved in. Like this poor old man
Okay.
basically crushed.
Oh man, I remember describing Jacko. The bear had dipped in blood. Come on now.
speaking of the other old man, is looking at it, looking at this, looking at you guys discussing, and says, "Well, it was nice knowing you. Goodbye." And he starts running.
And he's
He starts-
way faster than we ever could be. So,
I forgot.
like, how far
Yeah,
does
he's
he
got
run in
gun.
a single
He's
turn?
got a gun.
He gets pretty far. Wait, this. Let me double check something. What? 43. This is quite important if you guys can't catch up. Static.
And there's no like running activity in Pathfinder 2, right? It's just
I mean, like, if it's like long enough to be a chase, Jacko can like then fall for that. But assuming they have a higher move speed than us, it's only just like you can't catch them.
No, yeah, we can shoot after he might try to
Yeah,
take
of
him out.
course.
yeah.
He's
When
still
you say
injured
we,
actually.
right?
I think for now he wouldn't.
Oh
have
yes, yes. So you can take us. Do not fear. Deception
luck.
check. Deception check.
He would have been one square downwards, by the way, originally.
Ah, yeah, he was there. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, as you say that, he steps up to you.
Down.
Marco was the one with more heads, right? So it's, you know.
Marcos is going 1, 2, 2.
And
The more intelligent one.
Yeah.
tries to go for you.
One go.
He actually tries to. You have your arcane barrier up, and he tries to actually trip you. So let me double check. That is a. Oh, this should be public, right? Yeah. So public.
Assuming they're the same creature.
Yeah.
Natural
That is
14.
success.
29. Yeah. So he just uses the scythe and sweeps you off of your feet, and you fall like onto the dead leaves beneath you, and then he actually takes one of the heavy greaves and like tries to like stamp it out on your head.
Ow.
No, they have a
But,
foul action.
So it's -4.
Sneaky kid.
No.
Oh, he misses both of them.
Misses you.
No, that would miss. That would hit me actually. For sure, that hits me.
It said miss on both.
Oh,
Yeah,
so that's why I
it
was talking to
doesn't
Crow. Yeah, my bad.
I don't know why. Yeah, I don't know why. Yeah, it hits me for sure.
So okay,
It must
yeah.
just
So
look at both.
Oh, yeah.
does 9
He
damage.
is shield.
Piercing damage. One could how sharp are these boots?
He's a shield
Yeah, like-
buff though, right?
I don't have shield on.
Oh, you have magic shield up, right? Oh no, you don't, because you already had a
mage
turn.
armor. I have mage armor.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry,
Yeah,
he
how much
takes
AC do you
6
have, like
extra
19?
damage as this sharp
Ooh, 6 extra.
sharp
Okay,
point
so,
of the boots like digs into your part of your skull.
Ow. Fuck off. Okay.
And then he tries to finish his. Oh no, he steps. Yes.
Hey, finish! No finishing, Jacko. Finish.
He's always quickened. You never knew.
But look at this flanking position.
They do
My
crap him
idiots.
if you can.
Goes over here. And then we'll attempt to intimidate this one
All right.
with her dark field demoralized. Did I have a thing for that?
Yeah, you did. I remember.
Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah.
Ooh, the eyes.
The ice.
Yes, make a will
Intimidate.
save.
Not a will save. It's just a normal intimidate.
Oh.
Aw.
Ah, okay.
No, no, you have like demoralized in action. I need to do that, so I automate tell if I succeed. Sweet.
Yeah.
Yep.
yeah.
And then I'll simply give him a sword strike.
Yeah, he glances behind you, but you're not quite like that unnatural in this forest. He doesn't seem that afraid, but yeah, your sword is effective nonetheless as you swipe at him.
What's the name of the action for intimidation?
Demoralized.
Demoralize.
Oh,
And it is your turn, Crow.
Crow. Darling now. Austin is completely down, so not getting cover. Crow.
Oh.
Oh, really working out. I can't do
Yeah.
Keikaku. Crow tries to demoralize the guy as well.
Okay.
Hey, who is scared?
The control actor doesn't have an item with ID when I try to click the button.
Hmm.
for
Did you
demoralize.
target it?
Yeah, I'm targeting him.
And the demolition doesn't work? What am I trying to click it?
Yeah.
Oh, mine works. I don't know.
I got that error with medicine in the other campaign. I don't know why.
Weird.
Maybe it's because I need to create an action for Crow for that. I think.
I'll create action for code for that.
Yeah, like maybe if I create an action in the inventory.
Yeah, you gotta create an action in your action.
Yeah,
page,
drag.
and then you click that.
I think you
How,
can
how
drag
else
it,
are we trying
right?
to do it?
Okay, now okay. Now maybe if I drag that one into my bar, then yeah, there we go. And then I still need to.
And you click the demoralize or intimidation button there.
Uh,
And you also rolled a 7, so.
A slightly better 7.
Yeah.
So it's
And sadly, their save is not. The DC is not 20, so.
pretty sad.
yeah,
Okay, so yeah, you try and glare at
Should
them.
be actually pretty close, which makes me sad.
And then Crow is just going to pistol throw or just shoot twice. Shoot twice is probably higher damage. Then again, he should save ammo. Okay, Crow's gonna pistol throw at the guy.
What is
Okay.
that?
Paint.
Yeah.
Paint.
Oh,
But a cool paint where you
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, you're just making unsure about when the shot goes off with your maneuvers, and he does seem distracted by it, unsure. So he's flat-footed to you.
He fires.
Ooh, not
Oh.
19.
Oh my! Jesus, Steve.
That's the Crow is
You're
fine.
like, you're like the opposite of Tom. Tom always misses, you always crisses.
So Crow is on a streak.
All right, so roll that damage.
It's a shame you got the crit damage. It's not-
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta get yourself a nice 2d12 weapon, not like a.
Nice Arbugus.
I mean, does help that I have a +4 though.
It does that, it does that.
Stuff. And then yeah, that's the actions. And it's like, do perhaps surrender now.
Ossian, what do you do?
He doesn't say anything. Great. Just what I was hoping for. Very angry about getting kicked to the ground, boot hitting me in the face. Clearly rocked something in there, making me unleash my psyche in anger.
Mm-hmm.
And then this motherfucker, he's really hurting me. It's not very enjoyable, so maybe I fucked him up.
We need to stand up, right? You just
He
can...
needs to stand up, right? I mean, I was thinking if I true strike, I
Oh.
ignore the penalty for being prone, which is pretty sweet.
Yeah, so as you're laying on the ground, your psyche unleashed, you see above you, like there's almost like this glass form. You've seen it before with the arrows that were like coming towards you, but now you can definitely see this glass almost like like a stronger arcane barrier than you used to.
Above
as
me, okay, like
converts.
protecting me almost.
Protecting you, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
Sure, definitely both no magazine people when in this strip. I'm
Oh,
stupid.
no.
Oh no.
Who needs bullets?
Another.
Does Ocean actually want to waste? No, Ocean doesn't want to waste true strike on this scum. I will just get to my feet for one action and then just projectile him in the face again. Just like kind of like trying to like just lift him almost off the ground by the weight of it. I'll amp it though, of course, but why would you ever cast a spell without amping it?
Alright.
Do I want a hero
Oh.
point? Do I want a hero point? He gets a turn next. I'm kind of low. You know what? I'll hero point.
I thought you said you stood up.
I'm hero pointed. This is a free action normally.
No, I meant you stood up before you used a spell attack.
Yeah, I
Just
did.
prone.
Yeah,
Oh, I didn't reduce the bonus thing. Oh, okay, whatever. It's okay. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
You
this is
still
very
would have been
sadly,
stabbed, but...
But I will.
Oh, it should have, by the way, rolled the save for the stun.
Oh yeah, you're right, because
That's
you
true.
did.
That's true. Don't worry, I'll kill it anyway when I reroll. Ooh, that's a
21
hit.
in
Right?
hit?
21, I think, is the exact save.
21 damage. Jack.
Okay. Yeah, another like heavy blow with the projectile. Yeah, so as you're standing up, you just conjure this force like from underneath him, and the bone uppercuts his chin, and he just falls with a and yeah, he just falls into a slump.
Yeah, I kind of just look down at it.
Crow walks in to like see if he could cure treat either of their wounds and try to get them like into more healthy state.
Give me a medicine check. Just to
Super
see.
dead.
Secret or public?
Public.
Oh.
Okay.
Dumb at the end. Ooh.
Yeah, so the one on your right, the one that fell first, he's beyond saving. Like he is almost entirely like his midsection is crushed. It's been a good few seconds since his last breath, was in his body. The one on your left, you think if you were to act very quickly, there is a chance.
Okay. He will then try to do that. Exactly.
Okay, so you lean down, try and familiarize yourself with healing this weird fake creature. Yeah, give me another medicine check.
Crow is starting to become the treater of weird creatures, because that's what you do.
Very important.
Yeah, just pop open your thumb at
Oh
Jesus
my
Christ.
god, Crow's rolls, insanity.
That is a roll.
Max HP again.
Okay, yeah, I'll say that in your first meeting with Berlin, you were given this wine that she proclaimed was of the Fey realm. Like this dryad sap, she called it. And you sneaked a little bit of it into a vial, and now you just pour it down this creature's throat. And yeah, it seems to have an affinity with him and rejuvenates him. And it is like old wrinkly eyes. Pop back open.
Do stop on our new friend from a movie.
Like my definitely like seeing that he was like healing him and whatnot. Mine would definitely like grab the scythe and toss it to the side, you know, like.
Sure, floated the hat off it. It looks kind of stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, floating up the hat.
It
seems heavy. It seems heavier than expected. Underneath that is just more like scraggly white hair, quite damp underneath from sweat. But the hat seems quite heavy, and as you lift it off, it does seem still kind of like dripping with blood.
Okay. I was trying to kind of float around anyway. He's got some strong mage hands, way stronger than normal.
Yeah, he looks up at the three of you, just like bending over. There's a. When I said that about
was it wrong now?
lobbing off your hats, it was nothing personal.
I do understand that it seems to be part of your culture. Now, sadly, you picked the wrong, well, for your sake, you picked the wrong people's heads to be cutting off. Now,
Understand that now.
We don't need to end up enemies here. Necessarily. As long as
Is that a lie check or is that a truth?
Crow is never unsure. Like, well, at this point, Crow hasn't decided. For Crow, he hasn't decided.
Okay,
Like,
yeah, so that would not be a lie, not necessarily.
What we are interested in is finding a certain location here in the forest, and then getting out of this forest quickly as possible, as we are busy. You are local, and you seem to know places. You probably know places around here, right?
You can give me make an impression check. You're trying to like charm him, it sounds like.
Yeah, something like that.
I'll have a look at some of these heads of interest, by the way, Jack, on the other body.
Okay. Yeah, you find a couple of like a good amount of heads. All of them are humanoids. You see some like a couple of halfling heads, and one of them is interesting. It seems to be of a female form with green skin and almost like hair intertwined with leaves, pointy ears, a strange creature. And if you're investigating the head, so do give me a perception check as well.
Sure, so.
Yeah, as the red cap replies to you. First, can I stand up at least?
You can sit. You'd probably find that comfortable as well, correct?
These grumbles. Yeah, gets into like a cross-legged position.
You are quite fast. I'm sure you understand. We'd rather not. I'd really rather not.
Glancing around him. I have to be in this situation. This. I've got their accents. This is my home. What of it? What location are you seeking?
Oh, I'm sure you know that location. We are here to. We will be interested in finding the gap of the cottage of Iron Tavia. We have some business dealings with her.
You're looking for Tavia? That's a bit above your pay grade, I think.
Who knows? But it's where we are headed.
Well, good luck with that. He starts standing up.
Deuce.
I grab him. Like, put.
Okay.
Like,
I guess he'd see
I
a
attempt to
bit more
straight
now,
up
right?
grapple him,
it's
but
fine.
most of it is like trying to.
Yeah,
Jesus.
like keep him pushed down. Yeah, give me another check.
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
Oh.
Yeah, with two heavy hands, like with claws taken into the shoulder, you just like push him back down to the ground.
I did ask you to sit. Now.
Okay, I'm just saying it's probably best for you if you clear off your current course and head back where you came from. It's best for both parties.
It's nice for you to take such good care of us. However, we have dealings with her, and we are gonna deal with those dealings. Why are you so afraid of telling us that information?
Well, what Tavia does, she rends the skin from your bones. Then I don't know what she does after. I suppose he'll be alright. Yeah. No worries for you, friend.
Oh no
What
worries.
she'll do to us? What does that matter to you? Just tell us where the damn cottage is.
Oh, I'm just saying that if I tell you where she is, you go there and you'll die, and then she'll know that I told her. And I've already lost the life of my good friend there. I don't want to lose my own, you see.
How does this one work again?
You see, here's the thing. We kind of are looking for this information, and you are kind of stuck there. So, why don't we...
I realize you might be looking for the information, but you seem reasonable folk. You surely wouldn't kill a defenseless old man in the woods. You're visitors.
Crow, can I kill this defensive old man, please? Defenseless old man, please.
If the defenseless old man does not tell us what we are looking for, feel free to cut off his head. I'm sure we can find some other defenseless old man who will tell us what we want to know.
Okay, so this is a collaborative coerce, basically. So one of you can aid the other. Can decide for yourself.
What's your intimidation?
My intimidation is 12.
Okay, it's the same. Okay, because you have done
We're
most of
also
the
good.
conversation,
We're also good at intimidation.
I'll do the aid, just because you've done most of the conversation.
Sure.
Just on roll of
Nice
1.
aid.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh.
That might still be a success with the aid.
I don't think 4 of the spare salary works for this.
Yeah, so my like your brutish strength just holding him down where he's sitting. He glances back up at you, looks at you, Crow. Having just said this. You were speaking of a deal. I think I'm ready to hear the deal now.
That's what we want to know.
All right. So yeah, Ireland Tavia. She. We were under her employ, collecting heads for her brains. If you can sprinkle some fairy dust on her. On them. She sent us out with the specific instructions not to damage the heads. And dumb animals don't suffice. They have to be intelligent. Now where she is, there is a cottage deeper into the woods, down by a pond in a clearing. It would be quite nice if there weren't horrible servants everywhere.
Kind of servants.
Like you.
No, we're good old creatures of the woods, we are. These are... I don't know if they're of our creation. I've only seen... from outside, the windows, there's terrible shadows. You can see from outside, inside of the house. Luckily, we've never had to go in ourselves.
And how, if we wanted to get to this cottage, would we proceed?
That's quite a toughie. You're getting a little bit confused. If the woods don't want you going somewhere, then you can't. So
How would we go about around this issue then? How do we convince the woods to want us to go where we want to go?
that is a mystery that I, alas, cannot share with outsiders. If you have Tavia's favor, then she can do something a little for you. If you're lucky, you can follow this path, and he kind of points down, and wheel your way to the middle of the forest. It is the only cottage nearby, so if you find one, you're in the right place.
Well, if you have Tavia's favor, if you were to want to go back to Tavia's cottage for some reason, would you be able to lead us there?
I definitely looking at this, if she has any knowledge of what has happened, which I'm sure he starts looking at, probably will soon. I definitely won't have her favor. And I will do anything but go in that direction. I think if Adil is alive, I will go that way. And he points like north. You may even have my hats if you want. And he starts like unbuckling them.
I don't stop him from unbuckling them.
There are friends here does collect heads.
Sorry?
Our Crow said, "Oh, our friend here does collect heads." That's like he kind of like lightly gestures towards Ostian.
These have too much flesh.
I can help you with that.
Yeah, and those I can always be part of.
Very well.
Well,
We done.
I think that's all we wanted to know, right?
I think we're about done. Yes,
Have any more questions? No.
it's been a lovely conversation, and I will.
Oscar might want to go with this. I mean, he's gonna try this.
If I like, unless other people are like signaling me to let him go, I'm not letting him go. So if Oscar,
Oscar just starts casting a spell at him, I think.
okay,
It's
then
like-
then I will.
Okay,
let him
yeah,
go.
roll
Crow
initiative.
kind of looks around. It's like, oh, unfortunately for you, it seems my friends have decided that
We'll see. Maybe he wins the fight. You know?
this time,
I'm pretty sure Marco would be pretty ready for a
You
confrontation.
were pretty,
So
you
he-
were pretty ready too, though.
So he is grabbed as well.
Yeah, he's grabbed and prone. Which, you know. Yeah.
He's sitting. He's no longer
Would
prone.
he technically have healed during this time? Check.
Crow
You're
is like,
right. Yeah, so I'll say he would have
Been a
healed
while,
about
like-
this amount.
I would have had one hand too.
It's been a while, yeah.
Because-
You do have some
okay.
pretty fast healing around
okay,
this.
that's good enough.
It's hard to see a lot of the wounds because of the long overcoats. But yeah, he definitely has healed.
Bro. And he would also be prone,
Okay.
right?
Well, he's now sitting, which is not
Would.
technically prone anymore.
I think sitting would be bro.
This is
You
something
still
you
need to
just have to
stand.
do with the DM. It's up to
Oh,
like
okay.
you. It's like
It
depends
hasn't
how
been
you
prone
clarify it.
like so far in the campaign at least. So when you guys have been prone.
Okay, sure. I mean, grab is still flat.
Yeah, he's still flat-footed.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's still flat-footed.
So
I
also,
mean,
yeah,
Austral-
definitely your first react as you're preparing this spell that he's. Oh shit.
I will try to like slap him in the face with the red cap I like took off the other one. Just basically like slap him and bludgeon him in the head with like the heavy like blood-soaked bandage thing.
Alright, nice. Have a hero point.
Oh, thank you. When I miss this spell, and I'll amp it as well. Why not? Imagine not amping spells. That would be crazy, right?
I mean, if we don't have time to rest, then that might be a roll.
Oh, it's a refocus to get him back.
Yeah, but that's the thing. If we don't have time to rest,
10 minutes? We got 10 minutes. Ooh, man, do I use my other hero point?
Oh,
mean,
they
we
have
don't-
21 AC.
You know what?
We
I
still have
can't-
an hour of
I
session.
can't, yeah, but I can't miss after starting it. I refuse. I'm just going to use the hero point. Who cares about not
But is
starting?
there anything about like their frightened can be reduced or something? Would he still be frightened?
Yeah,
Oh,
he
yeah,
cannot
he used to be
reduce
right at one.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's fighting
yeah,
one.
yeah. I mean, it still would. I mean, I don't know if it is. Cool, but 25, then I'm sure.
If he has 20 AC, it actually would have hit.
Yeah, but I wouldn't know, right? Before I used to.
We would know from earlier what the AC is about. Right?
Okay, use your hero point. That definitely hits, yeah.
Sweet.
Are you gonna add the frighten on him?
Oh, what? So bad.
Oh, yeah.
So bad damage. Okay, only 16. And then.
Okay, yeah, so you just slap him with his own.
The right of enough matter for all the DCs, but
And then I'll donk him with my staff, actually. Minus
You just-
five,
okay.
yeah. Donk him with the staff.
Okay. Multiple attack penalty, right?
Yeah, of course. Oh, it is.
But
Let's
it
go.
doesn't
Wow,
matter
it's
because he's
so-
frightened one and
Let's
flat-footed.
go.
Yeah,
Let's go.
that makes a difference.
Donk him with
Okay,
the staff. How much damage for 3 damage? Let's go. Donk him a little bit.
Yeah, just like dunk him in the head. He just, ah! Alright. So he, first of all, healed a little bit.
Grappled.
Yeah, so he
Oh,
tries.
10 damage, Jesus. Not a little bit.
How does escape work?
So yeah, he yells out, "We had a deal, I'm an honorable creature of the Fae!" And then tries to break free from your grasp, Mai. So that is a, let's see, against your DC?
Escape?
See,
Against your athletics DC.
it's- yeah, okay.
Is against my.
Either they do acrobatic athletics or normal attack.
Is against
your
my athletics
DC.
DC?
Yes.
Okay.
So that is
So
a
it's 23
plus-
because it's 13 plus 10. So
he has a
23.
14, so he's quite strong.
Ooh.
But he has a
It's
minus
not-
1. Oh wait, that with minus 1 I'm guessing.
Oh no, so with the minus one is only 13, you're right.
So it's a 50-50.
Oh, he meets the DC. Oh.
meets-
23 meets. Yeah, so with surprising old man strength, he just rips away the hands
That's
that
still
are
counts as
holding him
attack,
down.
right? Though, so
Yeah. But he's probably running, not attacking effect. Yes.
that is probably true.
And then he does start running. So he has 50 feet movement. So with 2 move actions, he gets to 50 feet. This would be start becoming difficult, greater difficult terrain actually. So you can only get to like
Okay.
here.
Why?
This one.
Is
Yeah.
greater difficult terrain like quarters?
Yeah. No, it's like every 5 it takes an extra 10, so an extra 5.
Okay, gotcha.
It's like 3 times.
My.
My doesn't really. How much is greater? How much of this space is greater difficult terrain?
So yeah,
From
from this square. So basically, up until this, there's no greater difficult terrain. From here on out, it becomes.
It's only one square of greater difficult, and like one of.
Yeah, but even if I use
Well, how much is your movement?
my bracelets of dashing, I still wouldn't have enough.
You
I
wouldn't?
still would be 5 feet away from him.
You have like with 2 movements.
Yeah.
Wait, would
I have
you?
20
this
feet of
This is
movement.
no so let me.
Oh yeah,
check.
this
So
part of no.
this is still
Yeah.
like this is path. Yeah. So I think you can
Yeah,
get
but
through with two.
for
two
some
moves.
fucking because bracelets of dashing is a minute duration. It's actually an action to activate them.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah, but like you can get to up to like here with 1 movement to the square. If this is 20 feet.
Yeah, I would be able to get here with one
yeah.
movement because I'm. Oh wait, no, because moving out of difficult terrain is not.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's like moving
Yeah,
into
so I would be
so
able to make it here with one movement.
get here, and then this is 1 square of difficult terrain. So I think you could perfectly get there.
Is this only? Yeah.
Because this wouldn't be difficult, and then I would
That
be
would
moving
be.
into difficult, which would double my movement.
So that would be 15. So
Yeah, it would be 15 because he also took a movement greater. Yeah, exactly reach.
But
Okay.
wouldn't this be 2 squares of difficult terrain, like from this to here?
No, because this is this difficult terrain? This square?
That square isn't, but the next one is.
No, this one's still
Oh.
path. If you look beneath the tree, it's still like.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then I actually would want to go here then.
Okay.
So I go here.
Yeah. So you
and
sprint afterwards. Yeah, you can definitely sense that like his legs are accustomed to the floor or to the.
He shouldn't be fighting one anymore, though, right?
Yeah, because he
Oh,
ended his
right,
turn
yeah.
more than 50 feet away from me.
Gotcha.
And he shouldn't be like
Not a
grabbed with
grappling
either.
sure.
And I'll attempt to simply strike him. And I do.
All right. Yeah, that does hit.
And I do 16 damage with the extra from Cold Iron.
Yeah. Almost.
Oh, he's not dead!
It's a team spirit to kill this guy. Now Krug has to finish it.
Yeah, trying to slow him, you just like slice his legs, his Achilles heel, but he's still standing.
Bro!
Well then. Crow can walk up to here, I think.
You are in a lot more difficult terrain though.
Yeah, but
We'd have to go around a little bit.
Yeah, so it's like 2 movements.
5, 10, 20. And
This
then
is
this is
exploited, right?
pretty much all good, so... You have 25?
This
Yeah, 25 normal movement, yeah. So
You
like
could
2
just walk
strides.
at her, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, Crow just strides here, has his gun out, does not fire for now. I guess he will. He has intimidated this one already.
Yeah.
Is there any way to help aid Ostian?
You can use an action of better, but that uses your reaction as well, right? And I assumed you wanted to use your reaction for someone.
Yeah, I would use my reaction to like fire him.
Yeah, that's what I thought, right? So then I don't think there's a way. Not without
Yeah.
intimidation.
I mean, you can. Yeah, we're intimidate. Yeah, nothing. Oh, it's pistol throw is only for. Pistol
Yeah,
throw is
it's
only for. It's only
you.
for this turn, but
yeah,
if
but
I
if you
crit
critical
succeed,
succeed, it's
yeah, it's for next turn as well. So
yeah.
yeah,
It's
he
not even
fails.
you, right? Oh, but I mean, you, but yeah, but
Yeah, but if he critically succeeds, he
Oh, let me double
But
check.
it was on all attacks until the end of your turn.
On the end of your next turn, if I crit.
You sure?
Critical succeed on Fane is next turn.
Are you sure it's on the end of your current turn? Instead of
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it
first
is.
attack? Okay.
Yeah, normal success is your next attack.
No, critical is the end of your next. Okay, you wait next turn. Oh wait, what? Oh,
Yeah,
that's
thanks,
better.
good.
I thought. What's the swashbuckler doing? I thought that improved it. To do that.
Swashbuckler just makes success stat, I think.
By the way, Feint is
Oh,
also an
okay.
action you can add to your action bar.
Yeah,
Actually,
my action part's pretty cool.
Pistols will. I mean, you can also put in your character sheet and click it from your character sheet. That's what I do. I have nothing on my fucking action bar.
Yeah, I just like.
Okay, well, it's definitely a crit success. So he's flat-footed, trying to dodge, the bullet that never comes.
For now.
Yeah, and then it's all steel.
But
Oh,
it's
so-
sort of, I mean, I unleash because there's a downside, and I love unleashing. I love entering this strange world that I find myself in every time.
Mm-hmm.
It's home, maybe it's home. Then I will. I mean, it could be safer and use Advanced to do like a crit success, but fuck that. Let's just use a telekinetic. I want to hit him with the fucking red cap again. I want to kill him with this.
Just
I
a
want to
little
kill
bit
him.
of cover from the tree.
Kill him with this.
Yeah, so the AoE would be a lot safer then.
Yeah, but I want to hit him with the red cap.
Does
Do you
Ostian
think-
care to hit him with the red cap?
Ostian.
Does he have the?
Yeah,
Emotional.
does Austin actually care about that?
I say he's
He could care.
Is this the character development that he cares about?
He could care
hitting
about
people
killing
with
somebody.
red
He could
He's starting to learn about dramatic irony.
care. Yeah, I'm just gonna hit. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Sure.
Don't worry about it. Oh fuck! Oh, he's
but
not.
now
He's
no,
not
it's
flat-footed. He's not flat-footed though.
Yeah, and it's not calculating the cover. Yeah.
Not
So,
gonna go. And he's not flat-footed. Ah.
But it strikes almost true, but then gets caught in in a dead branch
Unfortunate.
with a wet flop.
Unfortunate. Oh, I should
was,
feels bad.
one action
support.
I
Now I
guess.
need to support.
Yeah, you do. One action. What do I do? I guess I move a little bit closer. I only have fucking 25, so I can't even go here, right? I can go here, right? No.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Cool. I can't get any further, right? That's it.
Okay, were they like looking at you, Crow? Twirling your pistol out the bullets, eh? Well, it's been a pleasure. May the tree swallow you whole. And he starts running. La la da di da di da.
Whoa. It was
Wrong.
He does heal.
Oh yeah, just to get that.
No, she doesn't feel quite quite
Yeah,
good,
so you're probably not gonna kill him.
Let's see how all those dice roll.
Nope.
Oh,
You
God,
don't even
so
get.
close. Oh,
you
wait.
don't even get- oh,
That's a
wait.
cool
With the
die.
weakness, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's actually 14
He has
damage.
9 HP. Oh, he had 14 HP, so. it's
Oh,
perfect.
I knew it was.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah,
was,
13 HP. Yeah, okay. Yeah, but that's
Crow
enough.
is sad about the fact that he lost the bullet. More bullets. 'cause that is relevant. Like,
Yeah, as he started running, you just shoot him in the back. Ah, and he falls back down again.
I did realize that I am somewhat running low on ammo. Well, not running low, but I could run out of ammo. I have counts 30 shots left.
30.
30.
That will be.
So,
I will grab
three
the
and zero.
heads, Jacko. Why not? I grab the
Okay.
the 8 heads.
Gotcha.
So many hits.
And where do you like put him in a sack or like in?
No, I'll strap them around my body.
Just
Like
like,
they have.
it's like skirt of hats, alright.
Yeah.
Is there anything that they're carrying out magical by chance, Ostia?
Nothing's out to detect magic. I'm in range of both of them.
Let me double check.
Red caps.
You do find, yeah, you do get a ping. Crow, you know that once these creatures have perished, the heads that are like infusing them like lose their magical connection, their ability, but you do still get a ping from something.
Yes, there is something. I do not know what.
Oh,
Oh.
let us start looking. Do you know which one?
Kind of take a step over here, try it. Take a step
Okay,
over,
you
to
like you
open up
measure
or
it
what?
out.
Yeah.
It's quite difficult because you have to like push your way through the thicket.
Well, as long as
Walk around. I mean, I'm no rush. I can walk by the path and not stand
Yeah.
and check it.
At
All good,
first, you believe it's to be this red cap, but once you measure it out completely, it's actually mine.
I squinted my. It is neither of us. Of them. It is my. What are you
the
hiding?
only I like
Stare
looking
at
at
you.
the heads.
What are you?
Yeah,
Look
you
through
take
the
a look take a look at the hands. Yeah, you see one of the heads is a elder halfling gentleman, or was, and their tongue is hanging out of their mouth kind of unnaturally and kind of lifted up, and there's like a key underneath.
Oh. Yeah, I grabbed the key.
Well,
There-
isn't that wonderful? Always good to have careful look-see.
But it is
I don't
no
know why I took it,
normal
because
key.
definitely one of you guys should have it to identify it. Well, let's see what this is.
Yes, I can try to figure out its power while you two rest. Although we should probably go.
Good for you, as I use
We should go a bit
touch of
further
corruption on
away
you.
from these corpses, though.
Sure.
Uh,
Still.
Imagine lays a hand on you, and you see like the dark, like black magic, like envelop you. Heal for 18, Crow.
excellent. Still injured. 33.
Ah, stop.
Okay, and you start moving away,
We
like
follow
following the
to,
path
like,
that they
the
were.
other-
We're not going very far, right? Before we rest.
Yeah, we'll go
No,
like
no, no, we're just going to
that's
the
the
edge of
clearing,
the
probably.
little clearing. Yeah.
As you start moving away, Ostion, as you were like trying to find out this magical presence, you do like the hair at the back of your neck would stand up if you had any. You do get the sense that someone, like something or someone, was present out in the. It's hard to see far because of the mist, but like out among the trees, you did sense like almost like a consciousness.
Okay. It's like, yeah, Austin just kind of pauses for a second as he walks, like the edge of clearing. It's like there was something out there in the trees. I felt a touch of a mind.
Perhaps Stevie can sense through instincts to the mist or something else.
Well,
did
to be
mention-
completely honest, there's always something watching you in these forests.
That is
But
probably fair.
let's
Not sensitive.
let's be a bit careful.
Let us be careful.
Okay. And go start refocusing, I guess.
They did attack us first, so
I don't think she would care.
probably true.
You keep moving along the path until you find like a relatively safe resting spot to catch a breath.
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably have a look see at the key.
Let me give you a. You had it right.
Any weird technically, I need to refocus once.
No,
cast a spell,
did
and
no
then
one
we-
grab it from the chest? I guess I'll grab it. Done.
Oh, I can
Oh,
also do it from the chest. Alright.
Yeah, I took it back into the chest, but then no one took it.
It's really weird when it's like you have to cast a spell between refocusing and refocusing again to make sure you get the max. It's such a funny thing. But so at some point when I'm refocusing, the mind just jitters a bit and like something flies and hits another, fucking.
You already have
shield on them.
3 focus points.
Yeah. It's like
Well,
it's super early. Yeah.
That's the magic of the.
That's why I'm spamming them out.
It's a
I'll
key.
get my third one at
magical
like
key.
level 16 with my current build.
What's
Spamming
that
those
one
out.
was? Let's
I
try
guess-
that button.
Okay.
My skills
yeah.
aren't trained, all of them, so just if that's wrong.
They aren't. They are.
are trained.
They must be.
Oh, yeah. That's what I mean.
I start with often trained. But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I don't have expert or something if that's like.
No, I mean, it should automatically apply right when you click the button. Oh, you mean in case you need to be expert to identify?
Yes.
See, there's any rules for that.
Yeah, you're familiar. Like this key is used by the shadier side of civilization. It is a sneaky key, which basically allows you to if you're trying to pick a lock and if you would like critically fail, so if you would like really mess it up, you only get a failure instead of a good fail. It's like a talisman.
I give it to whoever wants it.
So it would be consumed.
Another way. Oh, it would be consumed? Fucking
talisman,
useless piece of shit.
It can be sold for money.
I put it in the swappies chest.
Put this in the loot for sale tab.
Talisman grows.
Yeah.
Unless you're the
talisman for skill we don't have. No.
If you are the talisman archetype that exists now.
It's been there for a while, not just exists.
Okay, but I feel like never mind. Anyway, if you are the talisman archetype, then sure, they're pretty good because you get free ones every day. But
I'm gonna put it in loot for sale and forget.
I mean,
about
like, I can get the campaign. Sure, that would be okay for.
There are good ones.
Clover.
There are good ones actually. Like.
Yeah, there's really good stuff.
I mean, it also could be good. It's just not good for us when we're not sneaky.
Yeah, like our best, I think, DFA modifier is +4 from Crow. Like that's not
and
enough.
it's such a weird thing as well because like if you activate it, it immediately it's like unless it's even if it's not used for that minute after you activate it, it's used.
Yeah, but you only use it if you're immediately gonna do it, right? Like.
Yeah, I know, but like it will feel so bad if it doesn't become
do
useful.
anything. Yeah,
anyways,
they're always niche, but like something.
You're like level 11. You have like hundreds of gold. You have like a couple of these for special occasions, right? They're like scrolls. Like you barely ever use it.
Yeah. For really high level, when you know there's like locks that like take multiple tries to do, even with success and multiple successes, they're good to just have a failsafe like that.
But yeah. So I just wanted to know. So while Crow is identifying, you yield the rest. Yeah. So you take some time to refocus and heal.
If we're planning to stay here for longer, yeah.
Like how long? Yeah.
I need 10 minutes per heal. And then
I need 20 minutes. I need 20 minutes to refocus.
Okay. I heal you once. I heal. You can just click the 18 up there.
Yeah.
I heal stay on, and then I'll refocus again.
Okay, I could still lose like a good 12, like good amount of health still.
A good 12.
Good 12, not one of those bad 12s.
Yeah.
What time of day is it at this point, out of interest?
It is quite deep into the night. It's hard to say, but it definitely passed midnight. Maybe have a couple of hours left before sun would rise.
Perhaps we spend another 10 minutes and finish healing me and then go on. Just in case we are in the more issues.
Sure.
Assuming we get I'm going to get this button.
Nice, yeah. You
the
you
mentalist staff.
The staff
did you get that?
This was like the reward from the man, not the man.
From the
man. Is he the man? He was a man.
Yeah, the mayor.
It was the High Governor, yeah. But technically, basically
the fancy name for mayor. Yeah, okay. I guess also try to pick up the tracks again. Well, not tracks, but like follow the path, make sure I'm not losing sight of it or anything.
Give me a secret survival, please.
Did you say give you a good survival? I don't know about
a secret one.
Oh, okay. Oh, like a good one. I don't fucking know, man.
Oh yeah, you get Phantom Pain Days and Mind Link as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Amping cantrips.
So
you have a +2 with identifying items. Oh wait, there's no mental items.
Mental items. Yes.
Mental magic even.
So you can continue on the path, and you make good progress for a couple of hours.
Not bad.
When you come upon more tracks and you investigate them, and they do seem very familiar to you, and then you realize, wait, I've been here. This tree looks familiar.
The boss
Yeah, it seems like somehow you
I stare at the trees ominously. Intimidating glare, perhaps,
Yeah, roll me intimidating.
I will scare these trees into submission. Yeah, not the best.
The trees are unmoving.
Bullshit trees.
Well, perhaps we'll have to try again. Who knows?
I nod slowly. This time I will not let it fool my mind.
You are the expert of mind.
You want to keep going?
Push on.
Yeah.
Okay.
We push on once more. Mai will turn into her fox form and kind of like, be scurrying around the others, keeping an eye out.
Mm-hmm.
With both her eyes, ears, and nose.
Fingers and toes.
Fingers.
Yeah, Ostion, you try and regain your location, your senses, and you lead them, but travels even slower than once since you've entered the forest. It's like when you find paths, but a series of unfortunate events seems to happen.
Oh,
Like all of a sudden, like a branch, moving against the winds, it slaps you in your face. You turn a corner, and the path just completely ends with a thick brush wall in front of you. It is hard to navigate, and you can feel you can feel yourselves growing tired, trying to travel and keep on pushing forward.
Why didn't we buy a tent? We are really bad at preparing for such travels.
It's like lies down, just on the ground, wraps himself in the cloak,
Well,
You see Mai in her fox form, like lie down in a pile of leaves. Doesn't really.
So cute.
Crow tries to find himself a good, but like somewhat hiding place, like
I guess
a good-
she would like find like a tree trunk that's like creates a natural little hollow underneath the tree.
Sure, yeah.
Okay, that's...
Crow would find the
yes.
best possible place to sleep.
I think Crow, like the tree trunk, the hollow tree trunk that Mai is in, that provides a good rest for you as you sit on top of it against like one of the standing trees. You like lean against it to get some rest. The night is.
Crow has to talk to it. Should we have someone stay watch as we sleep?
I can watch for the first half of the night, and then when Ostion wakes up, he can take over while I sleep.
That would be the fastest. It's true, since you two sleep saw half of what I do. Sounds reasonable if you are on his fine with us.
Short of any zoned out. It is weird chance.
Oh, you can inform Ostion of this plan when he wakes up.
Okay. And you guys don't make a fire or anything, right?
No.
No.
Alright. What are we gonna do with the fire?
I think
Eat!
I think Crow will be the only one who might need it.
Yeah, Crow, you still feel the elements most. Obviously, your undead nature still protects you from a lot of the ailments that would the living, but the night does grow quite cold.
I mean, isn't the day mostly when we sleep, though?
Yeah. Well, this is still like before the sunrise happens.
Yeah.
But once you have stopped moving around, like the sweat grows cold in your skin.
Do you have a sleeping?
I should try and rest.
I definitely do. I do have a bedroll, actually.
Okay. Yeah, so you can climb into the bedroll and remain warm that way. Okay, and Mai, you take the first watch.
Yep.
Yeah, so you guys start resting. You hear pretty quickly, Myers, as you're in your small fox form, like keeping a sharp eye out. You see through, like in the small safe space that you've decided to rest in. You see a few slivers of moonlight still, and at the edge of your vision, coming through the mist, is a person still walking up from afar. Can you give me a perception check? Okay. Yeah, you see that the person becomes clearer as she moves close. It is a woman dressed in like simple peasant's clothes with like long draping sleeves and auburn hair that is unbound, and she has in like underneath her arm a basket, and as she walks toward you with purpose and a smile on her face, you can see that the basket is filled with red apples.
Yeah,
and she
my
seems to be
would
walking
still in her
towards
fox form, like
Mhm.
climb out of her little hollow, like shake the dirt, the immediate dirt of her fur,
Mhm.
and kind of like, kind of meet her halfway, kind of thing. Put it like just
Okay.
creating a tiny fox barrier between her and the rest of the party,
Yeah, she
and just kind of looking at her.
looks at the small fox, clearly, like also walking with intelligence, and she kneels down in front of you and gives you like a warm smile. It says, "Howdy, aren't you just the cutest little thing I've ever seen?" And she starts rubbing your your head, like scratch behind your ear. Says, my name is Drusilla. A woman of this forest, and I seem to have lost my way. You think I may take shelter in your... Kind of looks at the other two. In your camp for the night?
Can I make a perception, like, to see if I can figure out her?
Yeah.
How
You can try and sense
truthful
motive if you want.
Yeah.
Yeah, she seems gentle. I mean, it is quite strange, right? That this peasant woman out in the woods, but she seems truthful and kind. Yeah, you get a warm sensation from her.
Yeah, she look her deep in her eyes, and with that, actually, because I might as well cast charm.
Oh. Okay. Okay. Yeah, so you use your Itsuri... Oh, sorry, your vampire abilities to try and charm her.
Hopefully she doesn't roll success, because I'm pretty sure she's higher level than me. At least she doesn't get the +4.
Let's see.
Might not be higher level, depending on, just because we are boss room level.
It's higher than spell level, not a character level.
Oh.
If we're talking about incapacitation.
Oh yeah, and that's definitely you.
Yeah, and I
spell doesn't
heightened
kill.
by a hop. It's level 2 at this point. Yeah.
Oh, so it is a bit heightened. Okay.
Yeah, it's level 5 in every other level. Gets heightened.
She still with a warm smile on her face. She looks back into your eyes, the glow red, and she says, Now, there's no need for that. I realize there's many dangerous folk in these woods, but I assure you, I am not one of them.
Mai like turns into her human form.
Okay, you just like transform in front of her. She
Yeah.
stands back up,
Yeah.
unsurprised.
Yeah. Well, you can never be too careful, can you? Yes, don't wake the human, or the Dampier, as I walk back to the stump and like sit down on top of it.
I'll say with this conversation, it was only pretty quickly after you started resting. So, Crow, you can, Crow and also you can choose to roll the other side and keep sleeping. But you would have definitely noticed this disturbance.
Crow would like try to, I guess, Crow would fake sleep and try
What
to
is it?
observe the situation.
What is it, sorry? What's it doing? I missed the beginning.
It's someone looking like a peasant girl carrying red apples just appeared and wanted to spend like rest in our camp, and Mai doesn't care about her really.
Austin doesn't give a shit, he just sleeps.
Yeah.
Okay.
Crow not trusting anything whatsoever.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Or generally not trusting anything actually. Tries to. I guess. Would you be able to first of all like sense motive as well, like observe from the sleeping position or not?
Yeah, I'll say you could. It'll be a little bit harder, but you definitely can try.
He would have tried that.
Okay. Yeah, at least for now, you definitely keeping a close eye and mostly an ear, of course, like you're listening in. You hear the same like warm tone and trusting nature of this woman.
Okay.
Yeah, and
he would
she
then just he would just then go to sleep because he actually does need to sleep.
Okay.
Like what are the penalties and decisions for not sleeping?
Fatigued.
Hmm?
You're fatigued.
I think it's really bad, right? It's like -1 to everything or something like that.
It's like -1 to everything. Yeah. It's bad.
AC and saving throws.
I think it's even.
It's just AC and saving throws.
It's only AC and saving throws.
You also can't do any activation activity or sustain anything, so you can't sustain spells or anything like that.
Yeah. So it's not horrible for Crow, but he does like to sleep when he has opportunity. So for now, like we have people watching.
Yeah, you start trying to drift off, nonetheless. And so the lady follows you back, Mai. Immediately gives some space towards where Crow and Ocean are resting, and maybe like a few meters away. Says, well, maybe before we turn in for the night to have a speaking companion, if it's not too much to ask.
It is not.
Yeah, she nods and sits down on like a tree that was cut down, like a stump of a branch, and she says, "All right, so my name is Drusilla. I live here with my husband nearby. He's a woodsman. I was collecting some apples and I seem to have lost my way. The home is nearby, but sometimes the paths in these woods don't want to be followed." And looks down.
Experienced something similar. Personally, not from the woods as well, but just the outskirts. Never been this deep before.
Yeah, I recognize you're probably not from around here. Could a stranger perhaps ask what your business is here?
someone who dwells in this forest has had business with our employer, and they want us to go and at the very least converse with them. Though it depends on what happens after. It really depends on how it goes.
Hey, that's dark business indeed.
Indeed.
May I offer you one of my treasures in these trying times? She holds out her basket of apples. They seem to be quite small and somewhat sour looking maybe, but yeah, otherwise healthy.
My look towards her, and from what I've learned, nothing comes for free. What is it that you want?
This fruit certainly does. I just plucked it from a nearby tree. It's one of the adventures of living in the forest. I speak true when I said I'm here for companionship. But I understand your wariness. There is much that is poisonous in these woods. Much of that poison comes from a single source.
And what source would that be? As she asked that, she would pick up an apple, but she wouldn't bite into it.
Okay. Yeah, you hold it in your hand. She glances away for a little bit. You see, for the first time, there's a little hesitation or something. Which is, That is not, It's not what I would like to discuss tonight. At least, not with. She kind of shakes her head and says, perhaps we can speak of brighter things. At least for now.
Yeah, my doesn't press her for now.
And she kind of pipes up and says, yeah, this might be a little foolish of me, but how about a game of riddles? I always like a brain teaser. What do you say?
I've found them enjoyable from time to time. Sure.
Okay. Crow, I'll say as you're trying to have sleep overtake you like obviously this is quite a situation where you're cautious and it takes you longer than a minute to find rest while you're listening on this conversation, like you trained to find inconsistencies and like secrets. You do realize that the story she told about her being a woman living around these parts with her husband, it's not quite true. You see that you notice there's a little bit of a tremble in her voice, and there's some sort of dishonesty there.
Okay.
Yeah, but as you
Crow would like in that case. Crow would like stop trying to sleep. Instead, he would be like, he would kind of quickly just open his eyes, like dramatically quickly. It's like, Ostian.
Yeah, the light sort of slowly returns. Yes.
Seems we have a liar among our midst.
She looks at you, wake up.
Like,
Hey there,
up.
fellas. I didn't mean to
What?
disturb you or anything.
Who?
Isn't that everyone?
Yes, but her story is not true.
And what made you believe I didn't? What made you believe I in any way trusted her?
I did not think you would. But I prefer to stay awake when there's a person around lying to us.
You were already awake, but sure.
I understand the caution, but I have been nothing but polite, and to accuse me of such dishonesty is something I will not abide. Please, if you would apologize. And she looks at you, Crow.
You asked to stay in our camp, and you lied. I do not see.
I didn't lie.
So where are you from then? You are not at least for your full story of living with a husband here. Does not match. Also, you look like a human woman. Human woman that sleeps during the day, like the dead do.
You give me a diplomacy check as you face this.
Always.
Are you so fucking dank?
Only roll 17, 18, 19, 20 discussion.
Crow is just I mean, first roll one check, but it was still success. Like, Crow is a master.
Alright, I do realize this is a mighty strange occurrence, and not everything I've said was entirely truthful, but I am but a woman of these woods, with nothing but good intentions, I can assure you of that. And let's say I'll tell you my story, but first I kind of looks at you, I would really like a game of riddles.
You can go first.
Do watch out for that could be magic.
She sets up, seemingly having this anger shaken off.
Crow would also be
slid off of
sitting
her.
at this point, and definitely not like
You've risen as well. And she says, all right, this is perhaps an easier one to get us started. She clears her throat. Before I am born, I live in the earth. But to be shaped, I bathe in flames. When I die, I'm red or green. What am I?
Sorry, Jack. What was the second part that was said?
You probably just typed it out the room.
Yeah, I'll type it out just for clarity's sake.
Stupid, character, dumb. One answer. Stupid. Austrian's like, in my past, I knew this.
If it doesn't, if you don't have an answer
kind of-
immediately, you can also try knowledge checks of any kind, like lore or whatever. To
No,
help
I'm
you
not gonna
out.
say that.
Crow would roll, but Crow no matter what answer, like whether Crow knows the answer, he's not gonna answer the question.
Okay. Also, you don't like you aren't sure about your life before. So something might pop up in your mind that is, not immediately
Asleep again.
explainable. Oh, as soon as you're completely asleep. Oh yeah. Okay.
No, I mean, he kind of looked up. Then he's like, would Austrian sleep? No, probably not. He likes killing people a lot. I kind of look towards my own nowhere. And Austrian doesn't need to rack his brain. Maybe I don't know it. I don't fucking know. Now I'm acting like I really know it. I mean, I'll say like, out of game.
Yeah.
Like, also, I'm pretty sure it's either copper or iron, and green is when it gets rusty or like oxidized by air.
Oh.
Pretty sure it's either copper or iron. I don't know. I think copper technically
Yeah.
goes more green.
It was to be shaped. It's to be.
Yes.
You need to be baby.
Be shaped like baby.
Okay.
Yeah. I was trying to be like, there is metal in this riddle.
Like copper.
That's not
Copper's red. What would it be? Orange. Did it say copper's red?
Is that your final answer?
It does turn.
Probably-
It can turn
I-
green as well. So, but it doesn't die.
It does not.
Austrian is kind of cool. He's good. I'll test detect magic.
Okay. She
Fixes his eyes on her.
yeah, you start.
Just like really obviously just starts
Motions.
casting the spell in her direction, like not trying to hide it.
Yeah. Let me see if you immediately notice anything. No, you don't get a ping.
Okay, cool. I just
I
continue
believe
staying there.
copper is not the correct metal, so I suggest you can think about it more.
Sure.
It is a metal, so
Tick tock. I'm just
Whoa.
joshing. There's no time limit. Are you passing or?
Honestly, I would like to say copper, but if you want to say something else, and I look towards Crow, then you can go ahead. You seem to be very knowledgeable about things. You would be able to just use your strength knowledge, right, to do a roll and figure it out.
Mhm.
Crow did already roll, like roll.
Oh, you already rolled it. Okay.
He already rolled. I do believe I know the answer, but out of principle, well, let's go with this. I will give you what I think the answer is in a paper, written on paper, and you may answer that answer instead.
Sure.
I didn't want to be part of the answer directly on this riddle in vain.
Sure.
Wow, this is very roundabout.
Yeah, Crow writes iron on a like a note and gives it to you.
Iron.
Oh, you are a smarty pants. That is true. That's the answer. All right. Well, she kind of claps her hands. Second.
Sure. But once you're done, I want to say, done with your riddles. I want to say one myself.
All right. It takes me quite some time to think of them. I might not be as clever as you might think, but I'm always willing to give it a go. Well, for now, here it goes. Every day you find I've grown, so you bite me, clip me, or paint me. I'm neither flesh nor bone, but I'll be on you when you're dead. What am I?
Ales.
You say, what did you say?
Wait, can you type it again? Because I didn't nails of hair.
Yeah, it is nails. Sure. Also
Yeah.
nods as you say it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, as you say, nails. Oh, well,
Yeah.
yeah, that's right. Fingernails.
Toenails.
All right. Well, then there's a last one that's been bugging me for a while. Maybe you can crack it easily. Here it goes. I am a family of sisters 3, one in the forest, one by the sea. The third's in a mine, hidden from sky. But among all of us, we have only one eye. What am I?
What's the coven called again that we figured out?
Uh,
That
grave,
Iron Tavia was part of?
grave.
Graveclaw, yeah.
Is it the Graveclaw Coven?
She squints her eyes. Well, I wasn't ready to get so technical, but yeah, it is a coven of hags to be sure. Very wise indeed. But that riddle is not only solved by getting the answer, I'm afraid. Don't lose on. And then, well, but you had one for me, you said?
Yes. I'm just trying to figure out exactly how it started again.
I'm so bad at riddles.
Yeah. I have seas without water, shores without sand, cities without people, and mountains without land. What am I?
Seas.
You gotta write yours out.
Yeah, sure.
Shores without sand.
Seas without water. Shores without sand. Cities without people. And mountains without land. What am I?
Seas without water, shores without sand, cities without people, without land. I believe you have me stumped. What is the answer?
A map.
A map. Of course, simple folk like us don't get access to maps.
It's maps.
And something that would be very useful, maybe within this forest, if it didn't screw with your directions anyway.
Ain't that the truth? Alright, well, that is a good bridge as any to kind of look at you, Crow, to maybe give you some comfort in what you're looking for. I'll be truthful with you, completely this time. My name is Drusilla, and I have lived in these woods for more than 20 years. I used to live here with my husband, Naboa, in our cottage. But our Antavia, she stole him away from me, and he died in her home, giving her a daughter. I've hated her ever since, but her defenses are just too strong. Creatures of shadow are her allies, and she commands magic beyond my ken. I'm looking for someone who can help me in this ordeal. And I mean to know what business is this you speak of. It is the same business that binds us here tonight.
Do we get more perception check to see how truthful she is with that?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, definitely.
It should technically be.
Well, we can do perception as a
Yeah, true.
as a sense motive. And yes, she should if she'd like. She will be rolling.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, paying close attention. You see, like an openness in her face that's confirms for you that she is in fact speaking the truth. Crow, as you're studying her close, you do see something strange. Her form, while appearing like this female human, you can see just a hint, like peeking out of her peasant robe, is a tail of an animal.
Could you perhaps show us your true form then, if you are of your form, if you are speaking the truth? As you can see, we do not discriminate people based on who or what they are.
Well,
At least I do.
I'm so sad my shapeshifter intuition didn't go off against that.
I
It's actually
suppose
different
so.
form.
I don't have a different form, so to say, but I am not entirely what I seem either. She does kind of like lift her dust just a tiny amount, and you see this tail, like a fluffy tail, almost like a dog or a wolf. And she slightly turned her back as well. And you see as she, yeah, so from the neck towards like where she's clothed, you see the back is made out of wood.
Okay. Can I roll what she is?
Sure.
And I'm guessing it would normally be nature, so I'm not gonna roll it. That also sounds like a fucking like a Nordic mythical creature, fairy tale creature.
Definitely a
And a lot of
Fae.
Fae are like Nordic stuff,
Oh, I
right?
never actually give you art for her. She looks like this.
I guess you're not entirely incorrect with that, actually.
Looking at us.
Okay. And yeah, you try and figure out what she is. Right, yeah, you're not sure, Crow. You think this is either like a shape changer. So it would be maybe part Kitsune, maybe something else. It could also be something more Fey, like something. Yeah, you're getting, as you're studying her, you're getting yeah, she's definitely not just human, and you've heard tale of such thing as forest guardians appearing as appearing in different forms to protect those in the woods.
So,
So your mind goes there, yeah.
Interesting. So, what are you exactly? I do have to admit that I'm not entire. I do know quite a lot of creatures of all kinds, but I do not recognize your kin exactly. This is purely from curiosity's side of it.
Well, if you agree to help me in this ordeal, and I'll tell you exactly what I am, would that be okay? I've grown quite desperate, you see.
Well, if you must know, then yes. She sent her daughter to a city outside of the forest. They poisoned some food supplies, which bothered the master of the city. We ended up killing them all, but Arantavia still persists, and she is the source of it all.
Yeah, so our poison has spread further than I could ever imagine. I do feel sorry for you.
Don't most people that the people of Geb care about don't. The poison don't matter to them. It's more the it's a damage to resources more than lives.
From Kep's point of view, yes.
Do they matter to you?
I never ate any of it.
I prefer to keep all population of Kep alive if possible.
In a sense.
Well, yeah. Outside the protection of the trees, there do walk on natural things. I cannot deny. All right, well.
I could look at myself and ask you.
Yeah, she hasn't treated you with any hostility or indifference.
No.
You better not.
Better not.
Yeah, and she says, well, so could I get your aid?
If aiding you would get us closer to dealing with Arantavia, I have no reason We have no reason to say no.
As long as it allows me to first discuss with her if she is open for the possibility, I am interested in such discussion.
Well, I don't think Berlin is interested in that discussion, Crow.
Oh,
Neither should you be.
It does not mean that after discussion, how things go after the discussion, but I'm still curious. She might have an interesting point of view on the world. She has an interesting point of view on the world that I have not had a chance to talk with since her daughter was very aggressive kind.
I would caution against any type of conversation. She is a vile creature who will want to bend both your will and your body towards her aims. There is no negotiating there that could turn out in your favor, let me assure you of that.
Perhaps. But I believe in the end, our task was to not bring her head back, but
To kill her.
Chop it off. So,
It's a nasty business, but I truly believe it is what must be done. Alright. I thank you for your strangers. I am a Huldra, they call me.
At this point, Mai would take a chunk out of the apple.
Oh, I fell for the long con.
Yeah, the long con.
She transforms.
Yeah.
It's just a little bit sour, but mostly sweet. It's quite tasty.
Yeah.
Just I am a Huldra, not originally from around here. I feel a kinship to all those that choose to call this place home. Is that enough to sate your interests?
Daryl again, now that I know the word, would I know more about those things?
Huldra? Was that what they said?
Yeah.
A Huldra, yes.
Right.
Oh, wow. Yeah, this is something that the name catches you. Perhaps someone, once upon a time, in your travels gave you a specific tone that describes creatures of different planes, both good and bad. And the Huldra is definitely on the side of good, I would say.
But not soup against us.
Yeah, well, that's for you to decide. But forest protectors, usually good alliance. It's still chaotic creatures because they are from the Fae. Yeah, they do appear as in a humanoid form, and take offense to any destruction of the woods. Combined with your conversations with her, Huldras think respect and deference is important to those around you, and do not do well with mocking. You know that they, in what people know commonly, they have a bad reputation. They are lumped in with sirens of the deep forest, like monsters seeking to lure victims to their end. But you know better and know that they can in fact protect those woodcutters, even if they have a respect a good enough balance in the forest. And you do know that they are gifted in magic, innately.
Everyone's gifted
then,
in magic, right?
A forest protector, or protector of all those who live with the forest.
That's true. I just cannot help myself.
Well, we have no bad ill intentions towards the forest itself, and so I see no
I did
qualms
stare
we
at
should have
it.
with you. What did you say?
He stared at it, intimidated.
Forest was quite difficult to deal with.
Oh yes, there's that part that we are not great at traveling in the forest.
That against it.
Yes,
Well,
but we are not intended to harm it. unless that's the only way we can get to where we need to get to. But I think you might can help us probably there.
Yes, on that front, I can certainly help you. And she kind of looks around, thinks a little bit, and then points with confidence towards, generally the south, and says, "Beyond that tree is another path. Stay upon it. It will take you to the Hex Cottage eventually. If you travel with speed, it should take you there by sunset tomorrow." But
will you not join us? Your magic would be useful, probably, assuming any of it is. I don't know what kind of magic you have. I know you are capable of such things.
I cannot aid you directly. I am a protector of the woods in more matters than just Tavia. That this is a personal concern of mine. I cannot let my vengeance stand in the way of my duties. However, I can aid you further. And she lets out a brief whistle, and lumbering from the edge of the tree line is this large brown bear that is carrying something in his mouth. And as it gets closer, you see this quite thick book, almost like a tome. It carefully holds it beneath its teeth, and it drops the book at Drusilla's feet before it starts bounding away. And she picks it up and wipes it off swiftly and hands it to you, Mai, because you're closest.
Yeah,
it says,
I take the book.
This is
look at it.
This is a type of grimoire. It wields protections. The rest of the Arantavia's coven dwells far beyond my sight, but she has potent magical curses, and this stone may protect you from it, and the spells within may help for her designs.
What kind of grimoire is it?
Let me give it to you.
Give it to me.
Let me see, it will be here.
There's so many grimoires in this game. I love it, actually.
And this seems like a more specific to this campaign grimoire definition.
Have you looked through all the grimoires?
No, but I know grimoires only work if you're a bad spellcaster, and none of us are, so I really hope it's not a normal grimoire.
Yeah, that's true.
And the way she phrased, grimoires don't normally add specific spells, this one seems to be...
Well, what are grimoires like? Are they like spells?
I think there you're saying grimoire more is just a magic book, but grimoires by themselves are also an equipment thing, which is a special kind of spell book which your wizard or spellcaster can use and gets bonuses on, depending on how they prepare spells.
Yeah, Laslix had a grimoire that essentially had infinite amount of pages for spells, and I think it gave him one more...
Yeah, it gave you something.
Spell, and then it gave him bonuses to learning spells.
Yeah.
I don't remember exactly what it did.
But
so I dragged it on.
And the Endless Grimoire was the one.
Dragged it on.
Where do you put it?
On the map. Next to you.
Oh, on the map, okay. It's an unusual object, okay.
It seems pretty unusual.
Okay, someone can figure out what it does.
I don't know if I fucking can. It says level 9 unique. I don't know what the hell high that DC is. I don't think I can figure out what that
It seems, let me
Timo,
see if I
figure it
can
out.
give you a more specific...
I mean, I think, I can try to... But
Okay, so the Grimoire Laslix had, it gave him +1 item bonus to learn spells, and it also had unlimited pages, and it gave him, for the level 6 one, it had different levels, but the lowest level one gave him an additional first level spell a day.
Nice. But this one,
it's like a book, very finely crafted. I don't know if you guys have ever seen a Neverending Story, the movie. It almost looks like that, with a symbol carved into the wood, the front cover, made out of dark material. But as you open it up and read the first page, it does say the Grimoire of Lady Jane Cutter. it's clearly magical. Like the letters illuminate in a golden shine.
Curious object. Does it require one to be a spellcaster to use? One that more proficient, or would a one more just a person of culture be able to use
A
it?
person of culture. This does not mean what you think it means.
Stupid.
Well,
Less talented individuals.
I think the spells within are restricted to those that have access to magic. I'm sorry to say, but the protection provided from against the coven would certainly work on anyone wielding it.
Well, we have one who's capable of magic, just not like a wizard, but
What is a wizard?
someone who
Wizard.
uses a book to cast
Learn.
magic.
Yes.
Book.
Learns them by studying. Studying magic.
Not real magic. I mean,
Not
Oscar will
in-
like hold out his hand to have like a look at the book. I guess.
Yeah, Crow hands him the book.
I guess if any of the spells were on my spell list, I just can like know them by flicking through the pages. I don't know. Oscar kind of like flicks through the book.
Yeah, you see, as you flip through the book, it's quite weirdly organized. There's a lot of empty pages as well, but there are some pages filled with like runes, magical runes that would indicate spells. Let me double check to see if you recognize any of them. No, they all seem quite
Useless book.
rare, like very, very strange. You don't recognize these specific combinations of symbols. You think they are probably could be utilized with occult magic, but they do seem to be uncommon. So it would be you would have to like spend some time with the tome to figure out
Do
what's
the
supposed
learn a
to.
spell activity is what you need.
But she says as you're like studying the book, you know, and that is not the only thing I can provide in your ordeal. I can, it's part of my nature. I can bestow upon you a little bit of a good fortune, you might say. It would require me to touch you, and I can, yeah, impart on you some luck in the days ahead.
Very well.
All right. She starts reaching out to you, and yeah, same with the warm smile, giving you a almost like a natural content feeling that maybe Crow hasn't felt in a while. As she touches you, you feel quite almost like the opposite of the Berlin's ritual. You feel your body filled with
Reducing level.
yeah, positive energy. Not harming you in any way, but let me see what you can really figure out.
Getting positive vibes.
Positive vibes indeed. See, there we go.
I guess for should I take the book if Oxford's like looking at it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Look,
for the-
take it to Swappies. Just
Oh, yeah,
drop it in
I'll-
Swappies, and Austin can take it from Swappies.
So for the next 2 days, you can roll twice on 1d20. It's basically like a fortune effect, and use a higher result.
Do you do roll like use it beforehand? Or like
And
deck that
once
beforehand?
per day, or how does it work?
Yeah, so it's once a day, so you can use it twice in coming days if you wish, and you have to declare beforehand.
Okay. And it does not cost any actions. It's a free action. Do you declare?
No, to declare it, it's just on your next roll.
Okay.
I was going to ask how does protection of this book work? I do not understand the rules.
Well, if Tavia and the other hags in your coven have access to magic that is destructive and harmful to those she wishes. If you were to be subject to one of those spells, you can utilize the magic in this book, and it'll prevent you from most of the harm.
Only the person who has the book, or the others?
Indeed, you would need to take possession of it for it to have effect.
Sounds like something then that we can't use the magic within, that Mai should perhaps carry.
You need to be wielding the book to use as protection.
Yes, you do.
Oh, in that case, you. Our hands are well taken. You should income.
Yeah, my hands are taken.
Pretty big book. I reckon it's like a two-hand wield. Oh, I see it says held with two hands. Yeah, in the.
Oh, sorry. Do you need to wield it like physically in your hands?
Yeah.
No, you
No,
don't.
you
You don't need
just
to like
wear it.
actually actively.
Okay, you need to
just
have
in
it
the
on your
corner.
person. Yeah,
Oh, the corner.
Okay.
Okay, then like my God,
Sorry,
I could wear until you know how to use the magic on it, Ostion. I suppose I could wear it, as I'm the one in the middle of the fray most of the time. But yeah,
I will keep it and learn the magic till we get closer. At which point you can take it.
okay. But if you think the magic is more important, you can keep it then as well.
Yes.
Well,
See how much you learn.
The two are interlinked in ways. I'm not sure if you. I haven't used this myself since the last time, which was 2 decades ago. I believe in order to gain its protection, perhaps you do have to be able to use the magic within. But I suggest you do study it. It's an ancient tome, powerful indeed. It will show you the ways, I'm sure.
I don't know if it will. Level 9 unique monka. You see like
Level
40
9
probably?
unique. That's like a +4, right? And then
No, it's higher. Rare is +5. I don't know what the fuck.
Oh,
unique
rare is +5.
Yeah, I
Geez.
don't know
Oh
what
yeah,
the fuck
there is.
unique is. Anyway,
No,
let's
we are
go
like
to the
only
next.
trained in like knowledge skill.
Oh, that's 20 in one day. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I mean, okay, we'll both die every day, and we'll make sure we get there.
Do you visibly show like hesitation or confusion?
Yeah, I mean, also, he said the runes meant nothing to him. I mean,
Yeah.
it's like, he looks through the book. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I mean, he said he can't understand it. I don't think he visibly shows much more than just saying he can't understand it. He doesn't show much on his face,
Yeah.
Yeah, so the conversation kind of dulls down, and she's looking. If you need
If
help
I have.
in deciphering it, I could stay a little longer at least, and maybe do that at least. I wouldn't do very well to bring you gifts you cannot grasp.
From now, it is just paper to me.
All right. I'm not stuck in my throat. She chokes on her apple. So, okay.
Whoa.
She all right, then I should find my way back to my home in a few hours at least. But let me aid you in this. She scoots on close to you, Ostion. Almost like a kindergarten teacher trying to teach
So then we
someone to
realize
read.
Osho can't read, and that's the hardest part of this. It's like, it would mean nothing. There's words on the front, the name.
So, that's an A. Good job.
Hey. What else do you?
Yeah, and it will take a while, but with her help, she seems to almost like regain knowledge on how to utilize this book, and I'll reveal it to you.
It's always clear to me now. In a second. It's in my inventory.
It's in yours, okay.
Yes, I am reading it with her. I can put it in the swapsy so we can all read it if we wish. Turn 8. So Jacko does not have to read the whole thing.
Okay. Under what thing is it? Equipment or that?
It is the
Hunter's
Handbook.
Handbook. It's only priced 100 gold for
I'm an
level 9.
occultist. I'm an occultist. What the hell? I know it by its cool name. Let's go.
Let's see here. The magic potion position.
Legendary Viridian Monster Hunter. You've never heard of this guy, Crow? He's a legend. Oh no, not he. Lady Jane Connor, she's a legend.
Can
Yeah,
put
you didn't try
100
to know it, yes?
spells, but the spells below are always.
Where is the book? Is it somewhere?
And
Yeah,
That's
happening
obvious.
swappies.
when attempting something like a covenant spell, you can immediately end the duration of a spell. The duration of a spell affecting you.
Oh, I see.
And
Okay. So I need to have one of the spells on me.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
Oh, I can cast any of these spells. Welcome. The
Wait.
spell.
You can immediately end the duration of a spell affecting you that you prepared from this book.
Yeah. So if you cast a spell, did you prepare from this book? If I learn a spell from this and add to my repertoire, technically that doesn't work more. I guess. I don't know if that's.
So you need
don't
to
know.
use a spell on yourself, so you have a spell affecting you.
You
and
need to
then-
have one of these spells affecting you. It says you
Yeah,
prepare
so
from this book.
it's most
I don't
useful,
know.
like rumors are
Yeah.
most useful for prepared spellcaster. I'll think of a way. I do want you guys to be able to use it, so I'll think of a way after session to
Sure.
maybe
yeah,
change
okay.
a little bit. But
Mhm.
so it's
Makes
not
sense, makes
that
sense.
awkward for you. Yeah, and is there anything else as you delve into?
No, I mean,
this?
I guess it takes a while, right? But at the end, also, it's like it is
Crow
clear
would probably at some point just start sleeping because he needs to sleep anyways longer.
Yeah.
You remember to tell Austin of our watch plans. Maybe when he's done with that.
The rest of your night, the rest of your day will be uninterrupted. I can guarantee you that, at least.
That's good.
She gets
Well,
some-
it was. The riddles
rest
were
in
fun.
your travels.
Fun, if nothing else.
Thank
you
you.
for your assistance.
No problem. It's
In
always
these
nice to.
lands, sorry for being so careful, but in these lands, and not just this forest, one needs to be careful to survive.
I can sense some hardships in all of you. I face some myself, but I do thank you for seeing my way and opening up your. Looks around your camp for me.
I'm looking over these spells, and like the one low-level spell that Ossian might be able to use requires you to have blood.
The idea of how it
Yeah.
works generally, I think, is like you would use it to prepare all your spells, right? It's not just these spells.
Yeah,
Like, this-
yeah,
well, you fit your own
because
spells
you would
into it
use it
well,
as
right?
your spell book.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then, like, any spells affecting you. Because, yeah, as it's how with it now, it's like none of these affect you, right? So none of these.
I
are
think
ones that
yeah, I
you-
think what might be a good opportunity is that the spells that you know innately could write in the book and then use those to.
Sure, okay. Yeah. I guess that's the easiest way to do it, right? Where my repertoire
Yeah.
basically count as casting them from the book, kind of thing.
Exactly. Yeah. If you smirch like that.
Seems the easiest way. I just like write in big letters. Blah. This is all I know how this magic works.
Mage armor does seem
Oh,
like
mage
one.
armor is pretty good actually. Yeah, but mage armor from a wand actually, so that would never work. I can never actually use that, which is a shame. That'd be a good one to like end automatically.
It doesn't
But
mean
yeah,
need to be low. It needs to be higher than level 1.
No, but I use mage armor from a wand, not from a.
Oh, from the wand. Okay.
Exactly. But Harris is also a pretty good thing for it. I guess technically
Ooh, yeah.
you can do shit like shield as well. That seems
Technically,
kinda
yeah.
good, yeah.
You can use shield to defend against the spells.
Pretty cool.
I think that works.
Unless it says, I didn't see if it
Or-
says something about
or-
there
yeah,
being a
can-
higher
can-
level, right? Does
yeah,
say
it
anything
doesn't
Is
about
there
say
something about like
cantrips.
prepared spellcasters, like if their cantrips work differently, if they're not like
I
in
think
a book?
It doesn't say anything in the book,
Cantrips
just
still.
Cantrips still go in your spell book.
Oh, cool. Yeah, then
Yeah.
that would definitely work. Okay, and she after she helps you out, she says, "Well, I will take my leave then."
Yeah, also won't say thank you, but he'll give her a nod. That's pretty high up there.
Once again, it is beyond that tree, the path. Do not stray from it. These
tree,
woods are
yes.
filled with. These woods are filled with many creatures that don't heed me. Some serve Tavia, as Redcaps did, but others are more ancient, more wicked.
Will keeps our eyes
You'll
out.
find the path. I will just like as she's here and like she's definitely pointing a tree. I don't know how far away it is. I like either mage hand something in that direction, just like a symbol, or or a fucking telekinetic projectile, like a bone to like stick in the tree that like marking it that is like the right.
Yeah,
one,
yeah.
Yeah,
You
my
disturb
turns
like
back.
like a crow's nest as it falls off the tree, and you put a
Exactly.
bone down
Yeah.
there.
Exactly. That tree, the one that I just damaged. Excellent.
Yeah. Well then, Ocean, Crow, go back to bed, and I turned back to the fox and go underneath the stump, keeping an eye out.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
will,
yeah, she stands up and starts walking away and says, "Good fortunes and farewell." Okay. And I think as we go back into the rest, we should end the session there.
Perfect timing. Easy level, right? Easy level. Beat in the red guy.
Nada.
What? You crazy?
We did
Almost,
beat
You just
almost,
got
at the, almost at the end boss of the book. You almost
You
said
just got a
next
free
session.
level like
They
last
just
session
said-
or whatever.
They just said sunset. We gotta go find her. What do you mean?
Yeah, but the reason we got the free levels is because fucking our ghost friend left. not
Yeah.
because-
What do you mean we got a free level? You gotta find her.
Not from the goodness of your
Don't
heart.
don't get too hard on the details, guys. Okay. Anyways,
See you guys. Thank you, Jack.
That's fine.
bye bye.
Does like the level in like generally when you like people are pre-level one level to like balance things? I was thinking like does that assume that we also would have magical gear of the higher level? No.
That's not like an actual rule or anything. There's sort of people found
Yeah.
it
No,
kind of works. So
Probably
it's
not.
wonky
Like,
sometimes.
I think if anything, you're slightly stronger than you're meant to be. So if anything, the one
Yeah.
level of magic item probably balances it out slightly, actually. But technically, the count would be a slightly less experience. So counter actually, if you have slightly worse gear, probably it makes it more similar to the crack.
Okay, for sure.